Hello and welcome, everybody. For the VOD people, today I'm going to have you... I'm laughing because this is now the second time that we've done this, and now I need to go to Twitch and restart everything. And delete everything. Anywho, today's little mental exercise that I would like you to do is just think about stuff that you're grateful for. Think about, like, places you've been that are inconvenient and how the place you're at now is convenient, or the people that you have around you now that you didn't have before mean a big thing to you, or, you know, maybe a tool that you got at work that means you don't have to risk your life or whatever. I don't know. It could be a lot of things. I'm curious as to what kind of stuff you guys are grateful for. We're kind of far off from Thanksgiving, so, you know, maybe it's worth checking in on that and just seeing, you know, what kind of stuff am I hypey about in my life, and how can I work for the next, 6 months or so to keep that around for 2022? It might be helpful to think about. That's my little, filling the air while I go and try and delete this shit off of my channel. But yeah. I noticed that Steven is not doing D&D today. What's up with that? He's not doing D&D today. He's playing League of Legends. What's going on there? I'm curious. Does anybody know, or is that just like, I don't know, Koibu dropped out or something today? What's up, Mr. Smarts? Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. We had to kind of restart the stream so that YouTube could be in the loop. I also D&D apparently need to change off of the game because it's going on a game and I'm not on a game. So
curious.
Does anybody know, or is that just like, because we're not playing faster and light today? Today we're now. What's up, Mr. Smarts? Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. We had to kind of restart the stream necessarily going to be like in the loop, going line. I also apparently need to change off of the game because it's going on a game and I'm not on a game. Like looking at what they're actually saying to each other so much as it is like, what is the context here? Why do you guys think what you think about this? Book fuck double audio. We had to kind of restart the stream necessarily going to be like in the loop, going line. I also apparently need to change off of the game because it's going on a game and I'm not on a game. Like looking at what they're actually saying to each other so much as it is like, what is the context here? Why do you guys think what you think about this? Book fuck double audio. We had to kind of restart the stream necessarily going to be like in the loop, going line. I also apparently need to change off of the game because it's going on a game and I'm not on a game. Like looking at what they're actually saying to each other so much as it is like, oh my god, why do you guys? Oh my god. I thought it was a problem with like my audio device. I just didn't have my headphones on, so I couldn't hear that like that tab was making noise. Holy shit. How far back do I have to go? How far back do I have to repeat so you guys know what the fuck I said? I asked for more book smarts, but not like this. Oh no. Yeah, that's awful. I'm sorry I just put you through that. Hold on. I've got like now multiple things on my to-do list. So this needs to be changed to just chatting. I'll play music while I figure this out for you guys. Next track's Electromagnet by PictoChat. !Picto in YouTube or Twitch if you want more info on them. Enjoy. right, there we go. Chat's back. Okay. There's like literally one other thing that I need to do. I just need to delete the VOD on Twitch, and then we should be fine. Then we should be good to start. So I guess the first thing that I'll ask for from everybody before we kind of get into this, what streams lately have you enjoyed? Because we're changing up a lot of like how we're handling things behind the scenes and when we're streaming and what times and you know, kind of like all of the scheduling stuff. So I'm curious, like, are there any streams you guys are able to make it to that you normally don't? Are you enjoying some of those 7 a.m. ones? Are the games lame? Like, let me know. What are you guys thinking? Because we're trying a bunch of different stuff. And again, for those uninformed, we're now referring to the marketing person who's helping me in the background as Mark. So anytime we want to talk about Mark, we could say Mark. But yeah, Mark and I have been talking quite a bit. So many emotes, yet nobody uses them. Really? Like, if I look at the emote list, I would say that people use the really emote. People use the oi emote, the drawing one. But and sometimes they use yikes. I guess I see pogs. See, the problem is, I guess from my perspective, because I'm always looking at my chat, I do see all of them used. If I were to get rid of one, what's your recommendation? Because I'm looking next to your name, Usacast. You don't even have a fucking sub emblem. So of course nobody's using the fucking emotes, you dumb fuck. You have to sub before you can even touch them, you fucking plebeian. But anyways, my question then to anybody else who actually does have the potential of using the fucking emotes, which ones would you guys want to get rid of? Which ones are you guys thinking about replacing? And yes, I am roasting right off the bat. That's starting. You know, what am I supposed to do when you throw a dumb fuck comment at me right off the bat? I'm talking about Twitch emotes in general, book fucker. Ooh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and complain to me about Twitch's emotes, because that's something I can do about right after I ask what kind of stuff you guys want to change about the channel. That's on you, Yusakaz. That's not on me. Don't try and bait and switch me. Don't try and fucking vosh me about that shit. I actually meant it this way. That's not at all what I was saying. Yeah, bullshit, brother. I'm going to say bullshit on that one. Do you need a fucking paper towel for the bullshit that's dribbling out of your fucking mouth right now, bro? I don't believe that for a goddamn second, but that's okay. That's okay. We all look like a dumb fuck sometimes, and your moment has come, Usacast, and here you are in the spotlight. Congratulations. And just for that, I'm going to run a 1-minute ad break. The way you don't get that is you sub, unlike this dumb motherfucker. Enjoy your ad break. Bloop. All right. We're starting off this stream spicy, bruh. We're starting off this stream spicy. That's what we're doing. Now we get no pre-roll ads for 21 minutes, so that's a wonderful consequence of that. I gotta go delete the Twitch VOD, so I'll be right back. Enjoy this one. This is a funky one. Don't beat me up about it. This is PictoChat's experimental stuff, so please be kind. I actually like it, but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. This is called Woof 2. Enjoy. Oh, great. The webcam isn't working. Well, that's wonderful. Let's go ahead and unplug that and replug that in. It hasn't been working since I like woke up and took a shower. That's great. That's wonderful to know. Oh no, indeed, dude. Well, at least it didn't stop on a different kind of freeze frame. That would have been significantly more embarrassing. Oh, look, it's not picking up my webcam at all. Oh, wonderful. It can't power it. Oh, this is why we're saving up for a fucking laptop. I swear to God, dude. Pisses me off, this shit does. I pay a bunch of money for fucking everything. Now I'm shelling out fucking $3.5 grand or some shit for a laptop. Oh, God, fucking unbelievable, dude. Yeah, by the way, the laptops are selling out, so I bought one. I dipped into my pockets. I got a credit card, and I got some. I got one. So our laptop's locked in. It's just a matter of fuck. Please help me, dude. I'm going to harm myself. I'm literally going to hurt myself. Oh my God, dude. Come on, just refresh. I love that there's no button to just refresh it. It's already reconnected. Yeah, like I shouldn't have to go in here, switch to another fucking webcam, and then switch back. There should be a refresh button, dude. Just let me refresh. Holy shit. I'm sorry, dude. I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood already. This dumbass fucking Usacast piece of shit, and then we have this stupid fucking the shit's not working. God damn it, dude. Fucking godforsaken nightmare, dude. I swear. I'm not even gonna care about lighting today, dude. It doesn't matter. I love you. I bet you do, bro. I bet you do. Fuck me, dude. I did nothing wrong. Well, good thing nobody said tomato brew, dumb fuck. Good thing nobody said tomato brew. Now I'm gonna be saying tomato brew, though. Congrats. You walked in the room, went, hey, there's a shooter in here. I don't even go to this place. I wasn't even meant to be here. And then you flip a target on top of yourself. You're like, well, I guess while I'm here, y'all look like you're having fun. Oh, don't shoot me. Okay, bro. I see what you're doing. Thank you, Vels, for the $5. I appreciate it. It's all going to the laptop. And because I've already paid for the laptop, now all of this is just to like help recuperate that and pay the payments and whatever on it. So better go meditate. What the fuck do you think I did before I started stream, dude? That's how bad these people are throwing rocks at me, dude. They're getting me out of my zen. Why is Vosh cucking so hard for Seder? Probably because it's beneficial to cuck for... No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, dude. Who cares? Who cares why he's cucking for Seder? Who cares? Oh no, the camera is working. Turn it off. Believe me, I'm pretty sure it'll turn off with or without me. I need an adult. Is today a bad day to say Mott & Bailey? And you're timed out for 5 minutes. Well, that's rough, Alex. Booksmarts, what is your politics? I don't have any. My politics is hating the fascists. It's our 6-month anniversary. I got you money. What did you get me? I got you some content. I'm cooking something up for you today, dude. This is me after meditating. So believe me, you would not have liked me before. Sam Seder is based, though. Sam Seder seems to be a bit, oh, man. I don't want to burn that. The last USB device you connected to this computer has malfunctioned. Windows is not recognizing that as a proper command. Windows suggests that you buy a new laptop because this Windows laptop is no longer functioning properly. Oh, okay. Wow, super interesting. Wow, thanks a lot. I'll really keep that in mind. Wow, can't use more than 3 USB ports? That's crazy. Wow, maybe I don't need a mouse. Maybe I'll unplug my mouse and then I can use whatever I want. Oh. I'm going nuts, dude. I'm going nuts. Let's open the chat again. This is good content. Thanks, Fakit. Fuck you. Just for that, I'm gonna go get a fucking water, dude. I'm gonna go get a water. Thank you, Tomato Brew, for your tier 1. It was good roasting you, and I'm happy to have you as a part of the team. I'll be right back. He straight up did a great Gilbert Gottfried. Not on purpose, dude. I'm just upset. 100% the webcam goes out while he's away. Well, let's hope that you're not that you don't have foresight, dude. Well, you don't have foresight because my camera is still working, so fuck off. Fuck off. You're casting your curses in my direction. I don't like it. Naked Booksmarts is a stream thumb. God damn it, dude. Why do they do that? Why? Did you end up hanging out with Des Tiny? No, he never reaches that. You know, I'm beginning to think he doesn't like me, and I'm just going to take the hint, dude. I'm beginning to think he doesn't like me. Because, yeah, no, he didn't reach out at all. I'm sure if I bothered him, I could have made it happen, but I kind of only want to hang out if he wants to. The Bridge, Monka W. No, I think our streaming thing is very different. It seems like the bridge burning is when people cancel him. It would take him fucking with me to cancel him. I frankly don't care if he fucks with other people very much. That's me. But I do care if he fucks with me. He doesn't really fuck with me, though. And he's very polite when we talk. So, I think he'll stay in my good graces for a while. It would take him, being a really big dick. And if there's one thing we know about Steven, it's that he's not a big dick. Oh, audio desync re. Shut your fucking mouth, you stupid piece of shit. I don't care. I don't care what the fuck you have to say, Technique Machine. I'm be real with you. You're not a sub. You're saying re. I don't like you, bro. You've checked 2 boxes and you're fucking out of here, dude. Mask off, Pog. That's right, dude. That's right. We're dropping the nicest guy on Twitch. It's not even that bad. Well, he commented on it, dude. He defended Book against that Twitter guy, so that was cool. What Twitter guy? What happened? I haven't caught that. You look shirtless I am shirtless in the thumbnail. I'm butt ass naked. Notice that Destiny is streaming D&D. Oh, is he? I thought he was streaming League. I saw him playing League before this. Some people are just the type that don't reach out. Steven seems like that type. It does suck when you're the guy that feels like you're... Yeah, I'm starting to learn this, okay? I'm starting to learn this. If you really, really want to go do something with somebody, then you be annoying as fuck and you hold their hand through it. Or you let I have a new bar for who is a good friend, and I think good friends try to incorporate me in their plans, and I'm learning that's a kind of person. Not a lot of those people exist. Many of you listening to this right now are not like that. You're sitting here Steven didn't even reach out. What a fucking asshole. That dude's such a cuck. And you guys don't reach out to anybody. You sit there with your fucking Cheeto-crusted fingers, typing at your fucking nasty-ass keyboard that you never fucking clean, surrounded by your coom rags, and you never leave the house. So I see you. I see the kind of people. You're not inviting your friends every fucking month to go do something. You're not out and about every weekend. Friday doesn't roll around and you go, wow, now's my time to go out and enjoy the world that God created for me. You don't believe in any of that. You don't do that. You're lazy. You stay at home. And you don't do anything. I know that's a lot of you. I know it's a lot of you because it's a lot of normies. If normies are like that, and you guys are the degen crowd, one can only assume, dude. One can only assume. First of all, bookfucker, I clean up my coom rags. Second of all, shut up. Okay, bro. Nicole. Golf claps for Nicole with the tier 3. Thank you so much, Nicole. We have that big brain emote that only you can use, so enjoy that. Hey, Booksmarts, want to come on a bike ride with me and my roommates? Yeah, maybe. So you guys can beat the shit out of me in the middle of the desert and dump my body and go, who doesn't go outside now, huh? You spit on me, you throw a fucking body pillow, Dakimakura over my fucking corpse and light me on fire. Yeah, I see you guys. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we don't go out riding with you. Are you jealous, chat? I think they might be. Look at that big-ass brain that Nicole has. The big golden brain. It doesn't matter. I was going to make some lame racist jokes. Nothing matters as long as you got the golden brain. That's what I'm saying. If we're talking about a superior group of people, I think the golden brain tier 3s just may be that group of people. You know, I'm not going to start a whole political party around that and rally people to the cause, but I will say it is my personal opinion that the people who are using the gold brain emotes may just be a better class of people. That's all I'm saying. The brain has a nice shape to it too. It does, right? Now, I'm not one of these people, but if you were to imagine the skull that's encasing that brain, you know, Booksmarts, why is YouTube chat not showing on the screen? Is it not? It should be. What do you mean? Is YouTube really not showing up on the screen? Seems like Destiny's only actual friends. No, it's on the screen. Who said that, you dumb motherfucker? I'm going to bring you out in the spotlight now. Now it's your turn. Who the fuck just said that? Who the fuck just said that? Tacos and wine. Oh, hello. Booksmarts, why is YouTube chat not showing on the screen? Well, the answer is you're wrong, okay? Because it is on the screen. But that's where I'll leave that, because I'm in Tijuana and tacos are a sacred thing, so you're going to get off the hook, unlike the other people, just based on that name. Ban them. Damn, YouTube chat wants you banned. Just know, it's not that I'm sparing you from the injustice of my roast. I'm also the only thing standing between you and a ban. Just know that. The whole YouTube chat wants you banned because you're wrong, you know. We're going to turn into a Destiny stream. We're only here for the facts, the truth, what's right. And if you're wrong, you're going to get fucking outed, dude. Be right back. Changing my name real quick. Oh, all right. Why is Twitch chat not on the screen? I don't know, dumb fuck. That's a dead meme. Give us the take already. All right. Let me grab my notes. It's time for the take. I'm going to be real with you guys. This Seder guy, I don't like what he did. Nobody wants to talk about that. I don't like what he did. Okay? I think that when he invited... Now, okay. Cringe take. Put it up your butt, dude. Go sit on an upside down stool. And you, Technique Machine, because you've already said something stupid once. Yeah, so let me be straight with you guys. Here's what happened. My understanding, given I didn't know fuck all about Seder, I didn't know fuck all about Crowder. I know Ethan from his other content. I think his podcast is kind of cringe and dumb. But there's my takes, okay? I think that Crowder is a cringe lord who is doing like shock humor for conservative people to get upvotes and money. And I think that Seder is somebody who appears to be a bit of a debatey asshole who kind of hides behind this idea that he's doing good and whatever. Because the thing is, you look at the people that Seder surrounds himself with, and I really do think that's probably more akin to how he is behind the scenes. Same with Crowder and his anti-Semitic leprechaun friend, okay? So, like, I'm paying attention to these things. Beyond that, I don't really know about these people. I did a bunch of research to kind of understand where other people might be coming from in their interpretation of this. But going into it, that's what I knew, okay? I know that Ethan is dumb. I know that Ethan would not be capable of having a debate. He'd get his booty rocked in like 3 lines. So, yeah, when I go into this, Ethan had agreed to do a debate with Steven Crowder. Now, you can shit on Steven Crowder for choosing to debate Ethan because Ethan is dumb or uneducated or had a stupid fucking tweet. Whatever, dude. But the debate was supposed to be between Crowder and Ethan. Crowder's entire thing is debating people that are way beneath his level so that he doesn't ever stomach a loss, okay? Beyond that, when Crowder goes out in the world, as he did before, he would fake being somebody in an in-group so that he would get less flack from people or less aggression, and then he would tease out bad ideas from people or tease out bad questions. So that's Crowder's whole thing, and he picked Ethan, and they made a time and everything. They're two very large creators who set aside time to do this. Crowder had to go to his studio, be ready, whatever. And then Ethan pulls the switcheroo. I don't think that switcheroo is good. I don't at all. I think it's really underhanded, and had Crowder played it differently, you would have had a very different opinion of this. Or I would have been here way more fiery about the fact that, like, Seder was in the wrong. All it would take from Crowder to have played this correctly would have been to say that there was going to be some date in the future when Seder is bigger or something that he could do that, give a better reason for why he's not talking to Seder, or just simply say, what the fuck? I came here to debate you, dude. I'm not going to debate this random guy. I've said no to him like a dozen times. At this point, that's getting kind of fanatical. That's kind of really weird that you're like switching in for somebody that I had all this planning with because I've rejected you numerous times. That's all. I guess I'll talk to you later, Ethan. If you ever want to continue this conversation, you're the one that I accepted to have it with. And leave. And it would have been fine. Because he did not agree to have a conversation with Sam Seder. Just because somebody agrees to a debate does not mean you can pull anybody out of the fucking ether and have that person step in for you and go, well, you want to debate the ideas. Why not just debate this guy? He's got better ideas than me, right? That'd be like if Big Papa Fascist, when he went to debate Dylan Burns, swapped out for like Gavin McInnes. And he's like, well, you know, my big boy Gavin here, he's got quite a few very good ideas in these topics, and I think he's a much stronger debate. Like, okay, but I didn't accept the debate with Gavin McInnes. I accepted the debate with you. I think when the ball is in the court of the other person at that point to like accept or reject the conversation, and he's rejected a conversation with Seder numerous times. Whether you want to make fun of that because he has cold feet or he's a dumb fuck that can't debate him, I don't really care what the reasoning is. What I do care is he's told Seder no multiple times, and ignoring that, Seder tried ambushing him through another opportunity. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I'll throw it to the audience now. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Because I don't see people talking about it like this besides the Crowder people. And all the Crowder people that say that get called stans, and they're just covering for the dude. They can't see his tremendous loss. Like, what do you mean? He didn't sign up for a debate with that dude and he dipped out. How is that bad? I don't understand. Disagree. The only reason the Crowder went for Ethan was to pick. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I just told you that. You're not even fucking listening. Ethan said, fuck that. I get the guy you've been ducking because your ideas don't stand. Fuck Crowder. So you're just a fuck Crowder person. Wonderful. I have a list in front of me because I want to keep track of who the people are that are just fuck Crowder people. Tim, congratulations. You're a part of that list. Mickey is a part of the people that want to agree with me. I'll put Mickey on that side. Disagree. He never rejected Seder. He hid from him. All right, Kevin, you're a dumb fuck. He has rejected him. He has rejected him. And he knows that Seder got the message that he rejected him because Seder made an entire video calling him Cold Feet Crowder and releasing behind the scenes phone calls. So even if he didn't the first time, he certainly has in subsequent invites and on subsequent shows, and Seder is well aware that he doesn't want to debate him. Whatever way you want to spin that, he's hiding, he's scared, he's this, he's that. His dad runs half of everything, it sounds like. What if the dad just has a problem with Seder? What if the dad just says, I don't want to see you like platforming that person or whatever? What if that's the case? You don't fucking know. You don't know anything. And the only point that I can give to Seder or to Crowder here is that one. You guys don't know shit. You have no idea why he won't talk to him. You have no idea about that. You don't. It could be that he's hiding. It could be that he's scared. It could just as easily be that Daddy is in control of everything and Daddy doesn't like Seder, or Daddy is worried about Seder and not Crowder. So you could have it all twisted, but you've got it all twisted because you have this malevolent opinion of the dude. And whatever serves you best, you're just going to pick that as the opinion. Like the idea that he's hiding when you don't have evidence for that. So, like, I'm going to be strict on that. Like, I'm looking for people that are trying to feed me bullshit with sprinkles of, like, he's the bad guy on top. And then I'm looking for people that have an actual reason to like feel the way that they do about the conversation, not people that are trying to shovel bullshit to me. So Kevin, congrats. You're on the bullshit side. You're 100% right. Everyone made themselves look bad, but Crowder is the easiest to dunk on. Okay, I'm fine with that. You're in the middle. Has he told Seder no straight up? I don't know. It's a good fucking question. Wouldn't you want to know that if you wanted to know if he was running away? It's like if you agree to fight someone to the death and they're scrawny and harmless, but then they tap in some giant 7-foot tall Greek god of a man. Yeah, a Greek god of a man that's asked you to have a fight to the death before and you've told him no multiple times. And then he subs in for this weirdo that you challenge and you're like, Jesus, do you just want to kill me? Is that what you like? I don't understand. It's not about the ideas. It's Seder thinks he can humiliate Crowder if he got him into a debate. And so that's what he wants to do. It's not even really about the ideas, dude. Crowder's entire shtick was debating people out of the blue. It was. Therefore, it could have been a very poetic thing for this to have happened, right? I would agree with that. We're going to get into that later. So, WB Rise, I'm going to put you on a separate list to the side. You're starting to get at what I'm going to say later. He technically never told Seder no. Okay. I'd agree if Crowder's thing wasn't that he debated, that he'd debate anyone to have his, okay, sunken. You're going with W. Why are they obligated to respect Crowder? James, are you on one of these lists? No, you're not. Why are they obligated to respect Crowder? There's nothing wrong with embarrassing / dunking on it. Okay. And now you're going on that list. A piece of shit like Crowder. Okay, brother. It was a stupid debate call out anyways. Why should he try to be good faith with someone mocking his Tourette's while telling him he started out his entire YouTube video by mocking this guy, by calling him a douchey piece of shit and all this other stuff. He's made numerous React things making fun of Crowder. This is a back and forth thing. If Tourette's is where you draw the line and you think he was making fun of the Tourette's, fair enough. But that's something that Ethan told you to believe. Honestly, they both were doing big jabs at each other. They both were talking shit about each other. And honestly, I'm not one to start drawing lines in the sand where one crossed over something. I think it's easier to just say they were both disrespecting each other and they were both incredibly disrespectful, both behind the scenes and on their platforms. I think that's more likely the case. Nobody came out looking good, fair enough. If I ask a girl out and she ignores me or she says no, while both of these things in the end result are the same, I have no reason to stop trying if I... No! Oh, Ian! Oh, you're such a fucking incel, dude! I'm sorry, Ian. No, if a girl constantly ignores you, that's a sign. You don't keep doing it. Stop. Don't do it. Like, what an awful example that just demonstrates you understand neither of these social situations. No, if you keep asking a girl out and she ignores you, that's a no, my brother. Just like outside of this whole stupid debate thing, let me give you like humanly advice. If you are doing that with a woman and she is ignoring you over and over and over again, that is a no. Move on. I don't care if she didn't tell you no, move on. That's going to be my advice to you, brother. I acknowledge it's bad, but it was also funny, so it's tolerable. I like you. I like you strictly. We're going to put you in the base camp. I like you. That's fine. That's fair. I just don't like the people that think that they're justified in talking shit on Crowder or make a giant argument about Crowder when they don't have any legs to stand on. They're literally just letting loose steam. If you want to let loose steam and just say it was funny, so you're okay with it, that's fine by me, brother. Somewhat underhanded, end result was funny. There you go, Chimpulse. You're also going on the based list. Just wondering, I thought he's been dodging him. Yeah, well, that's what the narrative is. We don't see Crowder talk about it. Crowder had it coming 100%. He's done this shit to countless people. Okay. Let me see if I have anybody else I want to add to my dumb fuck list before I go. Generally, I agree with the idea. Crowder in particular is no. What do you think of the taste of his own medicine angle? I don't think it's accurate. So let me start here. I'm going to scroll way down to the bottom. If I missed your message, I'm so sorry. Add me to the dumb fuck list. All right, Sad Roach, you're on the dumb fuck list. Congrats. I look through an inordinate amount of Steven Crowder content the last 2 days. I've watched a lot. I've watched him kiss men, dress as a woman, and then brag about it. I've watched him dress up as Cenk Uygur and rub his belly and crash a panel. I've watched a lot. I've seen a lot of Steven Crowder now. I, I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. He's yucky. I don't like him. But you don't have what you're looking for there. I didn't see a single instance where he challenged somebody to a debate and then brought somebody else in to fight for him. That never happened. If you want to say the crashing stuff is something he does all the time, fair enough. Go ahead and say that, because he's done it a million times. And he has this entire segment on his show called Confronting or whatever with Crowder, Confronting with Crowder, some bullshit like that. He goes to people's place of work and brings giant like poster boards with nasty shit they've said about him. He goes to panels in real life and crashes them. He's a very obnoxious fellow. And for that alone, if you think that he deserved this in some karmic retribution way, that's fine. But dig fucking 2 inches beneath the fucking topsoil right there, and I'll bet you'll find a fucking nasty fucking maggot-ridden corpse of not liking Crowder. Okay? I'm going to be real with you. A lot of you just don't like him. And you're okay with having this thin veneer of like, well, he should have gotten that to happen to him because he does that all the time. I'm going to call bullshit, because I really do feel like when I dig 2 inches deeper with any of you, it's that you just don't like the guy. Just say you don't like the guy. Don't try and give me this 2-inch topsoil fucking, oh, it's poetic and it's karmic and he does this, because it doesn't really pan out. We look at the composition of the soil and ain't shit's going to grow there till the body that's 2 inches below it decomposes. Nothing's going to grow there. It's not soil that makes any sense. It doesn't make sense that you think that. I'll be honest. Like, only if you hate the guy and you're just looking for a half-baked reason to continue to hate him, because he never did this. He never swapped in with anybody. You guys can link that to me if he did, and I'll be wrong about it. But nothing that I saw in any of the talks that he's ever had has he ever swapped in and let somebody else debate for him in a scheduled talk. That's way different, in my opinion. You have, I just think of this like, if I scheduled something with a big streamer, if I scheduled something with a big streamer and that big streamer swapped out for this little dude that I've been dodging, that I've been saying, I don't want to talk to you, regardless of what the reason is, I've told you no. When you've been invited to events I'm going to be at, I have dipped out of them. I've done everything in my power to avoid talking to you. And the fact that you have hijacked this scheduled conversation I had with another large creator and tried to use that as your opportunity to finally talk to me is frankly childish. I think that that's childish. You guys may think that's clever. You may think it's funny. You may think it's karmic retribution. I think it's childish. On the face of it, that's just childish. He has said no. He's ignored you. He's given you every indication that he doesn't want to talk to you, and you're well aware of that. But you've gone out of your way to do it in this backhanded way, and I think it's lame. And he said it wasn't his idea and that it was Ethan's idea. I would believe that. I would. But Ethan doesn't come up with the smartest fucking ideas. Ethan comes up with cringe fucking ideas that don't give any kind of credence to like what the social situation is. So if it came from Ethan, I would believe it. But it doesn't change the fact that Sam agreed to all that and wanted to do it. I think it's just incredibly childish of him to do. Yeah, fuck Crowder. Hating him is 100% justified after all the harm his channel does, which is fine. But use that as your reasoning. Don't tell me it's because of karmic retribution or some whatever thing. Just tell me you don't like him and it was funny to see him put on the spot. Because I agree with that. Yeah, I thought it was funny. It's funny to see him put on the spot with the duties avoiding debating. That's cool. But does it make what Seder did good? No. Does it make the whole situation like against like Crowder? No, it was kind of fucked up what Ethan and Seder did. Like, but nobody talks about that. So here I am to talk about that. Like, why can't it be both? It most certainly can. By the end of this, I would hope that you can separate these ideas in your mind. That, yeah, Seder and Ethan did something shitty by doing this. And that created a situation that is just genuinely shitty. Like, and it's all on them. None of that has to do with Crowder. Now, that shitty situation hit Crowder like a bus, okay? And you can say that I thought it was funny to see Crowder get hit by a bus. Fine, fair enough. But don't say Crowder deserved that because Crowder's always doing shit like that. No, that's not true. Don't say that. Don't tell me, actually, yeah, Crowder's been dodging this guy this whole time. Cold feet Crowder, never ever having a conversation. He doesn't want to talk about the idea. Don't tell me all this high-minded bullshit because I do not want to hear it. It's not the truth. Don't tell me all this other fucking poetic nonsense you're trying to glaze on top of what is essentially just a hatred of the dude, okay? Don't tell me that shit because I do not believe you. And I think that if you watch these reviews, you watch me give the analyses, whatever, or if you're a frequent viewer of the channel, I want you to go out in the world and not be an idiot. I almost feel like your parasocial dad or uncle at times, more like an uncle, because I know that you guys go hang out with Big Daddy Vosh or Big Daddy Steven or Big Daddy whoever, and that's who tells you all this bullshit. You're going to go home to a broken family that's going to teach you some bad shit, whatever. But I'm Uncle Booksmarts, and when you're with Uncle Book's going to give you a slice of reality. The reality here is that Seder and Ethan are far more in the wrong for this conversation. There's only one thing that the other side said that I felt was reprehensible, and that's the beady-eyed joke, we could call it, that they make. That's really the only thing where I feel like it's naughty from them, okay? So the reality is that these two fucked this entire conversation. I would have rather, honestly, you give me the Thanos glove and you tell me that there's two options. Either we do this thing and we bait and switch, or Ethan gets his ass blasted by Crowder. Ethan gets his ass blasted. I'm sorry. That's the better reality. 10 times out of 10, that's the better reality. If Seder was only going to get to engage as much as he did, then I'm sorry, but that's the better reality. I would have rather seen Ethan get his fucking dome rocked because Ethan's a dumb fuck and he agreed to that debate. Okay? Now, if there was any reality, which there won't be because he's already made clear he will not talk to Seder, if there is any reality where he actually does step up to the plate and debate Seder, all right, I'm going with that one. That would be fun. I would like to see that as much as you would, but that wasn't going to happen. We could guess that wasn't going to happen. The best thing that they were going to be able to do is get Seder's foot in the door and get both of them on the screen at the exact same time, which... even that victory, Crowder and his production staff tried to take away from Seder by keeping Crowder off the screen. And what happens? Look at Crowder. He's still hiding. What a good visual metaphor. He's not even on the fucking screen. Wow, he puts his fucking leprechaun on. Oh, my God. Wow, what a fucking coward. He doesn't even want to show up. He said no a billion times. He does not want to be together with this Seder guy. He has said that over and over. He's made that clear. Like, what more do you need? What more do you need? Like, oh my God, you guys are just childish. All of those comments that I read, you're just little children. You're little children that think you're adults because you give this like itty bitty little bit of argumentation, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, that's, honest to God, there's a TLDR. That's my opinion. Oh boy, a paragraph. Let me go ahead and read that. I'll admit my bias, I don't like Crowder, but I think the ambushing is effectively the same as crashing panels. They're bad. Yeah, they're bad. Yeah, Seder may as well have just showed up to his house. It's all bad, right? But Crowder should be able to take that the shit he dishes out if he chooses to. He didn't choose to! The intention is to throw off the person you're trying to engage with and make them look bad. Crashing and ambushes accomplish the same effect. What Seder did is not good, but I think the balance of blame shifts against Crowder because he's not willing to... No, you did it. You did it. You didn't make any argument that proves that. You literally said like 3 different points that have nothing to do with each other, and then you pull this shit out of your ass. You're like, look at me, I can juggle, okay? Oh, you're going to love this one. And then you just randomly pull something out of your ass. Like, no, that conclusion, the thing that you just pulled 6 inches out of your ass, that's the thing that I'm trying to tell you, don't do. Don't tell me what Seder did is not good, but I think the balance of blame shifts against Crowder because he's not willing to take the BSD dishes out. I've already explained to you this is not the same thing that he does. He's never done this. You want to bring me evidence, I'll change my tune on that. But I've looked through a lot of his content, and he has never done this. And if you want to say, well, he did that, isn't that kind of like the same? You just want a conclusion. You want to say that last sentence really, really, really bad. And if you just want to say that last sentence really, really, really bad, and you don't care if it has 3 legs to stand on, then that's fine. God designed humans with 2. I'm sure you could work it out. But for me, I'm going to need more evidence on that. I am going to need more supporting things to say that. I think it's much more fair to just say, I do not like him. It was funny to see him go through that. Like how W. Bryce and all the other people I have on my list, Strictly, Chimp, these people, like, have that opinion, because that's the real opinion. Don't give me this fucking convoluted bullshit based on half of an understanding of the kind of content that he does, because you're scrambling at straws on the ground to try and piece together something so you don't look like an idiot. And I do not like it. In specific case, Seder is held accountable, and even if Crowder had done the same, it doesn't justify the action. That said, Crowder is still a worse person. Totally fine. See how this is a fine statement? See how that's fine? Just tell me you don't like him, because this is how it is. Tell me you don't like him. Tell me you thought it was funny. Tell me you thought he deserved it. We're starting to get into territory that's a bit yikers. But yeah, I can get all that. Just don't make some high-minded argument to me that he's reaping what he sowed, man, and he does this shit all the time, just fucking ambushing people, man. That's all this was, is an ambush, man. It showed him for what he fucking truly was. It fucking put his colors on display. No, it looked really awful for Ethan and Seder, to be honest. Like, I think if we're trying to be like rational human beings or whatever, I'm pretty sure Seder and Ethan are the ones that look like idiots at the end. That's my opinion. I know it's not everybody, so you can go ahead and believe what everybody else believes, but that's me, dude. That's me. Prior to this, Crowder fans would argue that Crowder is willing to debate Seder and that Seder is then there you go. You accomplished that, right? But don't tell me this high-minded baloney. If you want to tell me that what this did was, and the greatest success of this was, proving that he is afraid of debating Seder or avoiding debating Seder or doesn't want to debate Seder, that's fine. But you didn't need this to convince you. His fans did, as you mentioned in your comments. So also try to keep that in mind. You didn't need to hear that. You watched a YouTube video where we had leaked phone calls about why Crowder may have left these conversations, and that was enough for you to believe it, right? I think this is indisputable proof for both sides that Crowder does not want to engage with Seder. For anybody on either side that needed that, there you go. I thought it was pretty clear, even if you were a Seder fan, even if you were a Crowder fan and you watched the Seder video, I think you should have been convinced at that point that they don't want to talk. If you were a Louder Than Crowder fan who was not convinced by Sam Seder's video that Crowder doesn't want to talk to him, that's a very long brainworm that you have, because I think that was a fair moment to determine that. But if what you needed was this, then there you go. There's your undisputable proof, and you can have it. And for that reason, it may be good. Do you think Crowder won optically? No, he didn't. Look at Twitter. Look at Forbes. Look at any magazine or publication. Crowder did not come out of this on top optically at all. In no small part because he didn't handle it well at all. Now, there were things he was made fun of that I don't think are fair. Like his initial reaction, oh, what a nightmare. I totally didn't see this coming. He did see it coming. And if you believe Ethan and Seder in their spiel that they give both before and after, then you believe that too, right? Because you thought that he was looking at Seder's stream the entire time to make sure that Seder wasn't live at the same, or that Seder was live at the same time they do the thing, so that Seder wouldn't show up, right? So even your side, you were in on this. This is something you believed, and if you didn't at the time of the recording, then you did when they explained afterwards, okay? So no, we all knew he was paying attention to whether or not Seder was going to show up to this conversation. He was worried that was going to happen, okay? Now, is this something he wanted to happen? I don't think so, because he would have prepared better for it and would have had more ready to combat Seder with. So while I think it was a concern of his team, it certainly wasn't something they were planning to benefit from. I think that that's the mistake. If you were worried enough to be checking Seder's live stream to make sure that he did not turn up to this conversation, I think you should have just gone through the time and effort of preparing what would have happened if that did happen, because that's not what I saw. I saw no preparedness from the Crowder team when this guy came on. Now, Leprechaun Dude jumps. I'm going to call him Leprechaun Dude because I have no idea what the fuck that loser's name is. He comes in and it seemed like they were all talking behind the scenes and they're waiting to see if it's going to happen, but they should have had points prepped for if it did happen. And they should have just made that more clear than they did, because I think that this could have been an optical victory for Crowder's team. The ball was in their court and they fumbled it. And that's unfortunate. So that's what I'll say regarding that. I think checking Seder's live stream was an optical defeat. When it's not followed up by anything else, yes. So I think that point about checking the live stream could have been a part of a larger narrative that they weave about this dude. But they didn't. So yeah, it didn't look good at all because it was in isolation. A lot of the points were, oh, what a nightmare. I didn't see this coming. I've been checking your live, these are not connecting. Why did these statements happen? Have a prepared statement. If you really thought that it was possible that Seder could be on there, you should have had points ready for that if there was a bait and switch at all. I think that was a reasonable thing they could have prepared for, and it sounds like they were. They were just taking half measures. So if I was the PR person for Crowder, which I'm not, to be clear, we've never, ever spoken behind the scenes, I would tell Crowder that you should have had statements prepared for this happening. It seemed like you were aware it could have happened and you were checking and doing other things. I think it wouldn't have done any, extra time cost to have just prepared some points in case this dude crashes something of yours. And I think you should have had that ready, because the comments that you pulled out of your butt were no good. No good at all. You made fun of his comedy career. You made an anti-Semitic remark, which, hey, I didn't call the Zionist thing that Vosh said an anti-Semitic remark, but I will say that this Velveteen Rabbit comment, that's getting there for me, okay? A very convoluted way of getting there, but I think that hits it for me, particularly with the follow-up from Mr. Leprechaun and what he said afterwards. That comment, I'm going to say, hits my mark for anti-Semitic. But Crowder is also somebody who is a racist, who's bigoted, who doesn't like LGBT people, among other groups. So, he's got a very different background to him, which I talked about being important at the time that we talked about Vosh. Vosh has a very different background than Crowder. If Crowder is going to say something that's going borderline anti-Semitic, he's going to fall over for me way more than Vosh is going to, because I have better faith than that, right? So yeah. What about the Pigpen comment? He makes these weird, if you grew up as a child in the 70s kinds of remarks. I wonder if that comes from his dad. The one thing that I've pulled out of this is I'm very, 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 very curious about the relationship that Crowder has with his father. When we talk about things like this Velveteen Rabbit shtick, when we talk about Pigpen, who is a character, if you didn't know, from the Peanuts gang, with Charlie Brown and Snoopy and all those folks, I wonder where these are coming from. I say old people stuff. Who do I copy it from? Supreme. Supreme's old. But, there's got to be somebody in his life that's feeding him these old people remarks. And I think it's his dad. And it seems like he's got a lot of respect for his dad. His dad is a big part of his business. I wouldn't be surprised if he talks with his dad regularly. I wonder if some of these remarks are coming from the dad. And again, the dad is the one, if we believe Seder's narrative and Ethan's narrative, who is intervening in these conversations and making them not happen. So I wonder if some of these remarks about that we saw come out that are about, Seder could have come from the dad. And I think that that's just as likely of a logical leap to make as saying that he's hiding from this guy or he's afraid of debating Sam Seder. If we're going to be talking about these sorts of behind the scenes type conspiracy theories, I find it much more interesting to imagine that the dad personally does not like Sam Seder than it is to think that Crowder is afraid of him. I don't know. One, I could believe if I really hated Crowder and I just wanted something fun to believe about Crowder. I know nothing about his dad, but from the evidence that I'm looking at, it would point to the dad having more of a problem with Seder than with Crowder having a problem with Seder. So I don't know. I find it more interesting to think about that angle than I do with the Crowder angle. But they're both equally kind of garbage. They're both equally shots in the dark. So I don't think either is necessarily productive. Let's see here. If Crowder postures how no one on the left is brave enough to debate him and then ignores those who actually challenge him, not just Seder, but anyone who has a similar platform to him, doesn't that make it justify? You're looking for these justifications, brother. Like, here's the thing. I want you guys to learn how to do something. Debate broke people. You need this really, really bad. I'm going to be real with you. Here's what you need to do. When you are searching or you're thinking through something, try to see if there is a conclusion that you are pointing your rationale at. Do you just want a conclusion and you are searching for any little like people do that with Steven in his chat all the fucking time. And I'm beginning to notice that pattern in my chat as well. You guys are throwing in these little bits of argument to see if they'll slip through so you can believe in something you really, really want to believe in. If you really, really want to believe in that thing, just say it. Don't give me evidence. Just say it. I think Crowder deserved it. Okay. Just keep it at that. I think Crowder deserved it. I feel like that was okay. I feel like Crowder deserved it. Something like that. That's totally fine. That's how normal people talk. You know what normal people don't do? They don't sit there and go through a 15 to 20 minute mental exercise where they try to come up with arguments so that they don't look like a dumb fuck when they just say the thing that they believe. That's what normal people do. That's not what Twitch debate people do. So you've been trained to come up with arguments and things so that if some imaginary ghost popped into your coom rag-filled room and starts debating you, that you'll be able to keep up with them. You've created this anxious monster that streamer people who debate have to deal with that you do not. So remember that they have coping mechanisms to deal with having stupid fucking thoughts where they need to reverse rationalize everything in case somebody criticizes it. You don't have to do that. Just say what you believe. Just say what you feel and just say it in that way. Don't come up with other shit. You hate it when normie people do that because they're awful at it and they're not practiced in it. Don't do it yourself either. Don't come up with some rationale behind a conclusion that you've already reached. Just give me the conclusion. What is it? You believe this? You feel like this? Okay. I'm not going to make fun of you for it. If you just want to say you feel like that, like we have people on the list, like we have Mickey here, right? Like, with Mickey, if you just don't like him, you just don't like him. If you think he deserved it, you think he deserved it. Just don't give me some high-minded, fucking 10-step program argument on why that's the case, because I'm not feeling it. That's a really good point. Crowder was flustered, and I feel when you're flustered, you start blurting things out that first come to mind. Say comments his dad makes about Seder, right? And here's the other thing is like they clearly were talking about this in the background. They were checking before they went live that Seder was going live. Whoever is in the background and that production team was talking with him about it. Leprechaun Guy immediately jumped on making points about it. Leprechaun Guy was clearly talking with him about it. I wouldn't doubt that there are other people in the production staff, maybe even Crowder's dad, who on the very day of were talking about this in the background. That could very well be the case. Let's see here. If Crowder says some anti-Semitic statement because he picked it up from his father and doesn't realize it's anti-Semitic, does he still get flagged for anti-Semitism? There's a part of this I don't believe, and that's that he doesn't realize it's anti-Semitic, because the Velveteen Rabbit thing is meant to talk about the beady eyes and not having a soul. And you may say, Booksmarts, you're making a bunch of logical leaps there, blah, blah, blah. I don't see how that Velveteen Rabbit statement makes any sense if we don't take it to be anti-Semitic. So that's where I'm at. I'm a pretty smart guy, and there was no way that I could construe that. And I heard it at the time, and I understood what it meant because I had a little Velveteen Rabbit when I was a kid. That was my favorite fucking toy and book. So, like, I know what they mean by that. And I saw a lot of commenters that didn't. They just had no idea what the fuck he meant. Who is the Velveteen Rabbit? Blah, 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 blah. I knew what he meant, and I immediately jumped to, whoa! Did he just make a Jew joke, like, right now? And then he tells him to take off his glasses again, and I'm like, oh, he doubled down on it. And then I listened back to it because somebody mentioned Leprechaun Guy said something about check for a soul, and he did. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he definitely. I thought I was mishearing things because what a convoluted way of saying that. But yeah, he did. So I am of the personal belief that was anti-Semitic because I thought it was anti-Semitic when I first heard it. And I didn't need to go do a fucking Google history search to figure that out. That was pretty clear to me. But I'm not a normal person who pays attention to normal people things. I know old people stuff. Like, I don't know. I had the bunny when I was a kid. Maybe that's like part of it. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm so sorry, guys. There's a lot of chatters today. Explain the Velveteen Rabbit, please. Am stupid. The Velveteen Rabbit is kind of like, I mean, if you want like a quick analogy, because I want to quickly move past it, it's sort of like a Pinocchio type thing. The Velveteen Rabbit has these little beady eyes because it's not a real rabbit. So it's a little stuffed animal. So that's the long and short of it. That's basically all that you need to know about that. For chatters who don't know, he's saying he has beady, soulless. It's probably best to connect it to the anti-Semitic thing. So anti-Semites will say that Jewish people don't have souls, okay? There are verses in the Bible that you could reference to also make this point. There's obviously a billion jokes that you could make to kind of elicit this point. But yeah, part of it is you can look at their eyes and you can tell they're soulless. Look at that. There's nothing there. Ningyo desu. You're basically like a human puppet, you know? And so, yeah. And then if we say that he has these beady little eyes and no soul, like, you know, then it's because he's a Jew. Seder objectively has tiny dark eyes, so I don't think it... Well, if the shoe fit... I'm just kidding. Oh, God, my fucking camera. If the shoe fits, bro, I don't know. Oh, it's so bad, dude. It's so bad. If Crowder can say it and not get banned, dude, I can say it and not get banned. That's where I'm at with it. Hold on, let me fix the webcam real quick. There we are. Okay. But yeah, so there's the whole Velveteen Rabbit thing. There you guys go. And there's a bit of a meme. Oh, shit. Laugh Smarts. Defiantly an anti-Semite. When you're on that obscure racist shit, there's no way you aren't. Well, that's, you know, leave it to the person with the name Squirrel to have a bit of a harebrained idea. Like... I don't think like using obscure racist shit means you're a racist. I do think that, like that other chatter said, sometimes there's shit your parents say that you don't realize is racist. I've had those moments. That's why I'm sympathetic to it. When you're asking multiple times and shit, and it's this specific, and it's not outward, like it's not all focused on the rabbit, it's focused on Seder. I'm sorry, but I think you know what that means. An example of like something my parents told me that I didn't know was bad would be, oh, trigger warning, CW, here comes some racism, gypped. I didn't know that gypped was referring to any group of people at all. I literally thought that was just a nicer way of saying Jude or something like that. Like, I'm like, okay, Jude to gypped makes it more okay, like retard to dumb, like we're kind of, you know, making the language more acceptable and not really mean to like any group of people. That's what I thought it was. So all throughout my life, that's the way that I reasoned that gypped was used. And who knows how many situations I used it in where people knew what it meant and I didn't, right? So that's an example of that. I had heard it used all around me. I used it all my life. Nobody told me anything. It wasn't until I came on Twitch and had EU people that were like, ooh, I don't like that one. You know, I never knew. Drop the R-bomb. It's educational. You fuck off with that. Can you explain why is it to... Oh, hold on. Can you explain why is it wrong to ambush debate someone? I came in late. Go to the YouTube and rewind, dumb fuck. Hold on. Hello? Oh my goodness. I hate people. Booksmarts, can you explain why is to what is a but? What are you about to go over and over it? Go to the YouTube, dumb fuck. What your favorite kind of book to fuck? A big one. Sam Cedar's on the phone. Yeah, Sam keeps calling. I told you, motherfucker. I don't want to talk to you, okay? I don't know how to make this more clear to you. I've ghosted you. I've told you no. I've told your producer no. I'm not having you on. Stop calling me. We have a talk with somebody else later today, though, and it's going to be an easy dunk, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. It goes at the same time that Cedar will be on, so hopefully he won't turn up for that one. Clout chaser Cedar. That's what I'm saying, bro. Would you say Sam is harassing you? He's getting there. He's getting there. He better not show up at this debate I have. Make burrito $5 again. Bro, that was so freaking funny. If the shoe fits. I don't like that you like that so much. Myth, I'm putting you on a list. I'm putting you on Vivian's list. I'm going to ask Vivian to look into you. Myth vengeance. You like that joke a little too much for my taste. But thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Sam just wants to update you with his latest subscriber numbers. Would you say there's any justification for creating optics wins, even if they are cringe like this Ethan one, if it's against the political opposite? This is like the Vosh thing. No, I don't. Obviously, I don't. I think the point of morals and ethics and all these other things is to steer us clear of places where those rules break. And I don't think you should be breaking and bending those rules every time it's convenient for you, because it defeats the purpose of having the rules in the first place. I don't think you should do that. No. I think even if there's a benefit for you, my vote is going to be on no. If I was there meant to like guide and direct these people, my answer would be no. Now, if I was like Mark and my whole goal is to make you a bunch of money, of course. Oh, a high-minded goal like taking down Steven Crowder. He's such an awful guy, is he not? He's just the worst. Oh, it would be so wonderful and retributive justice to do this to him. It would be great. And I can imagine what the numbers would look like. Wouldn't that be crazy? We can give a boost for Sam. We can give a boost for our show. We get this whole build-up before where we get the audience to show up. And they all show up, and what do they see? This just act. This act that is completely not meant for any other reason than to fight evil. And that's why we got to make money off of it. Let me plug this back in. I'm so sorry. We're saving up for a new laptop. So if you motherfuckers are annoyed by this, you know, go ahead and donate. I really do appreciate it, because I don't know how much longer I can deal with this fucking laptop, dude. It's pissing me off. We got really, really far on it. Actually, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to pause until that replacement laptop thing gets $50. I'm going to go take a break. I need to go get more water, so I'll be right back anyways. Cedar should replace the Rick Rolled meme. Maybe, dude. And when I come back, we'll go through the video. But yeah, I need some donations, you pricks. I sort of agree with, I know, because I'm saying shit you guys don't agree with. You don't want to, you don't want to put a little bit in the pot. I sort of agree with you. However, well, I'm not reading after the however. The ends don't justify the means. The means are just as important as the ends, because the oh my God, you need to learn how to write, Jeff. You're writing a fucking poem, dude. I'm looking for a comment. Clarifying, but are you saying it's bad to do bad things to bad people? It might be, bruh. Depends on what you believe. If Crowder's racist, do people think his smart half-Asian lawyer has misjudged such an obvious thing? Or he puts himself through it for the money? Maybe both. I don't see why not both. I'll be right back. Crowder is definitely racist. Okay, bro. I mean, if I shook a magic 8-ball that actually had a connection with God, I'm pretty sure it would go. Odds are good, you know? That's what I'll say about that. You shake it and it goes, odds are good. Yeah. I'd say there's a good chance of that. I'm not in his brain. I don't know, but he certainly feels like a racist. Okay. Let me make sure I've gotten through any points I wanted to do. All right. You seem to agree that Crowder is a shitty person. You seem to agree that Crowder was optically damaged by this event. It seems that these two things together make this event a net positive. Oh, brother, if only it was that simple. I wish I lived in your simple brain where I can only think 2 steps ahead. That must be wonderful. All right. I'm going to give this little spiel. I'm going to read my notes. These notes will be available to the patrons on Patreon. So thanks to those people. They make this possible for the rest of you freeloading pieces of shit. Perhaps the order in which you learn things will impact how you look at this small engagement. I personally knew nothing of their history or relationships. A lot of people seem to already dislike Crowder and therefore were ecstatic to see him run away. Many more knew of the Seder relationship or did during the drama, and that swayed them to shit on his actions even more. I think there's a fair stance to take, a stance based on the drama, and then many more you could take by simply not... Okay, well, I clearly didn't spell check this. We'll skip that line. So... I don't think it's like okay that he had it done to him, that he had his debate crash. We've talked about that. We've talked about how it's not the same thing as what he's done before. We've talked about how it immediately puts Ethan and Seder in a position where they're in the wrong. Granted, Crowder didn't do what he should have done with that, so he kind of fumbled the ball there, but that's what you're creating when you do that. As a normie without context, I found the dialogue online to be over the top and encouraging the bait and switch. That's what I've seen on Twitter. That's what I've seen on Forbes and other news websites. They are kind of going over the top and they encouraged the bait and switch and they thought it was funny. Haha. Well, I still feel the bait and switch is bad. Crowder, I guess you could say, is reaping what he sows. If that's what you want to go with, whatever. He didn't ever reap that in particular, but if you don't care if it's one kind of corn or another kind of corn and corn is corn to you, then corn is corn to you. He certainly reaped what he sowed. Now, I do, however, want to take a moment to make clear I do not like Steven Crowder. Let's go into why Booksmarts may not like Steven Crowder. Let me pin this to the and my computer's not working. Oop. I hope somebody's not remoted in because my mouse is like moving on its own. Hello? Enter pin mode, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. What the fuck is this? Oh, man. Oh, I love how technically nothing works. Oh, my God. Okay, let's switch scenes and we'll take a look at some stuff. I'm late in catching up, but this is cringe. Yeah, your mama too. I'm timing you out for 5 minutes, actually. You're a fucking idiot. Have fun, Courtney. You dumbass. Insert name I can't call you here. Okay, let's go to YouTube. Wunderbar. All right. Thank you to these fine people who have donated money. That's not really what I want to show you guys, but there it is. Oh, you want to talk about this real quick? Military's top officer. Let's go on a bit of a tangent. Military's top officer wades into the woke military debate. Do we have a video of this? Because this is really good. I really like this. If nobody's seen this, you should look this up. General Mark Milley. Critical race. Yeah, he had really, really good comments on this. Really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. Let's click on this one. Maybe it'll have it. Oh, it's on New York Times, so probably not. Let's back out of that. Oh, come on. Just give me a YouTube link, you stupid ass. Come on, please. 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 Why? All right, NPR, you're safe, probably. Oh, man. All right, whatever. We'll do this at the end. Fuck that shit. Okay, that's not working. I need my links. I need my links. Hello? I need my links. Here we are. And they're all time stamped, so it should be good. 7:30. Okay. Oh, let's hope it pauses and it loads. And let me bring up my chat in the other screen real quick. I invented dogs. Well, that's good for you. I'm happy that you did that.
This is mainstream liberalism today. Now, seeing the crowd, my producer, Not Gay Jared, and I realized that we needed a disguise to blend in.
Hi, I'm Stephanie with all the frequencies of feminism, and I am here at the Women's March in Austin to march for progress and equal rights, which are human rights.
Yeah, he did that. He did that. In case you didn't know, yeah, he did that. That's all I'm going to show of that. Let's go ahead and jump to the end here because I have another note. I'm pretty sure this is him and Gay Jared being strange. Or not Gay Jared, my bad. Yeah, he also has a friend, somebody that helps him with his shit, and he calls him Not Gay Jared. But I wonder, because we had some very weird interactions between the two of them.
So much more you want to give them, it's an economic thing. So it's not a sex thing.
So what did the world's biggest feminist protest teach us? Well, not much. Namely that sexual objectification is bad unless women do it. Tits are fun. Bras do legitimately suck. Not Gay Jared's a surprisingly good kisser.
Yeah, so remember, for those that don't know, Not Gay Jared is one of his guy friends that goes to things with him. And I guess to get into the act, because trans people do this all the time, just kissing on each other. Gosh darned it. They had to kiss for the video all the time. So
Surprisingly good kisser. And
I'm not being homophobic or anything. It's just interesting to me how much he tends to dislike that, and yet he's doing that in this. I don't know. That is very strange to me. That's just one. We got a lot more. We have got a lot more. We've got quite a few more bits of, yeah, I know what the context is. Yeah, I know. I've seen what he does. Yeah, I know. He doesn't like Asian people. Yeah, I know. He's got to think against the Chinese. Yeah, I know. He's crashed a couple of panels. I know. Believe me, I've watched. I've watched a lot. I've watched a lot of Louder with Crowder the last few days.
And by the way, it was built by our audience. We asked them when we switch over from TV to online, can you guys help us build this? And our audience gave us $425,000 to build it.
What's this bullshit? What's going on here? I thought we were having a reasonable discussion. That's not the real Shank. That's bullshit. I'm the real Shank over here. This is supposed to happen. The Jane only married.
Okay, this is Stephen
This
Crowder.
guy, this isn't the real Shank. You think you're a man and it's not happening. It's bullshit. You know, there's only you come out and start the panel.
Okay, so this is
Okay.
This is not a friend of mine.
What he does, okay?
This is what he
He's
does.
doing an impression, and you know that's bullshit. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, right?
He basically
what he does
makes
right,
money
is he makes money
by
he likes, right? Like he's
writing
all,
my
He liked the vid? I did like the vid. I liked the vid. I definitely, I hit the like button. Hey, I liked the vid, all right? He tried to be funny, all right? His impression is actually pretty, yeah. He tried. I like the vid, yeah. Fuck off. Everybody can have one or two vids I like. Okay? Everybody can have one or two vids that I like. Okay? So there's that one. He did this. Kind of funny, in my opinion. Maybe not funny to you guys. It was funny to me. It was funny to me, bro. Come on. He's not all bad. Classroom during oh boy. This one's bad. This one's not good. Like, last one, kind of an example of when you shouldn't do that, but also doing it to another social media person, kind of, I can be okay with it. The Turks guy wasn't super, traumatized by it. Security came, he left. I don't know. I'm not two ways about it. I don't particularly like the Chank guys, so it's fine. I think they're in the similar arena. This is not okay. He has a whole segment where he goes after people that talk shit about him online who are like random normies, and this is a part of it.
Now, I'm not a guy.
So, let me give you some context, okay? Because they're in sperm suits, and who knows what's going on. Who knows what's going on here? So this SJW professor makes shit up. They say dumb shit about Crowder. They're trying to get him kicked out of the university to do a speaking engagement. And if there's one thing we've learned after this, seeing modern day debate tell us what Crowder's rates are and how he needs to afford that to maybe get him into a debate with Seder. Remember that those are rates that these colleges are likely paying for, and that these conservative groups are saving up enough money to be able to afford to invite him into the school, right? So you're hurting his source of income when you try to slander him to get him to not be able to show up at your university. When you make up a bunch of shit that's not true, then you ask people to forward that shit that is not true to the university to try to get him not to show up. That is a hit on his job in as much of a way as it is for Shapiro or anybody else. So, and he mentions this in the video. I don't know if it's going to come up while we're doing this part, but this part's what I want to show you because it's relevant to what happened with him and Ethan and everybody else.
Who wants to destroy a man's life, suing him for verifiable repeated attempts at libel.
1 star out of 5 says, Booksmarts, you know what? Thinking about it a little bit more, I'm wrong. Yeah, it tends to be that way. You think for more than 5 seconds and you just figure out you're wrong about everything. I know. They're all equally shit for it, and I enjoyed watching them fling their shit at each other. That's the real truth. I'm happy you found it. I'm happy you found your real truth, brother. I'll see you at church.
But at this point, what choice did I have? Hi, Professor. I just wanted to clarify something here for the record, because I know you've been working at this school for a while, and actually...
Oh, that's right! It's a classroom full of kids that pay thousands of dollars every year so that they can hear this dumb fuck talk about fucking vaginas or whatever the fuck he teaches about. Okay, so yeah, he just dead ass went on this campus, went to this random ass professor, came in with a camera crew full of people, Nazi poster boards, wearing sperm costumes, and now they're gonna do their thing. Oh, look at that! Well, they have a whole board of the dumb shit that this professor has said online. Wow, ain't that some sort of activism? Very interesting.
Posting online that I'm a neo-Nazi, some false libelous claims. I'd like to know if you could correct the record.
I would like to say that when you went to your show and you told some... What happened last year? Was during spring break of last year.
You're hijacking my
education.
Yeah, I understand, but
Within spring break of last year, this man
you know, for
posted
example,
online attacks on me.
posted that I said...
When he posted these
put
attacks
all
on
the,
me,
Put
when
all
he
the in the oven. I would never say this.
When he posted these attacks on me, what ended up happening?
What attacks on you? What attacks on you?
His followers went online.
What attacks did I post on
and
you?
they started putting...
The guy with the neck tattoo of a fucking star is like, hey, this is my education. Whee! And I kind of agree with him. Yeah, you paid a lot of money. I can't believe that he's doing this right now. You paid a lot of money so you could listen to Fivehead here talk about some random bullshit. This is really fucked. I don't mean to be a bully, but I'm in that kind of mood. What the fuck? It's like distracting. Can we go to another freeze frame? Hold on.
To my son.
Yes. You said I threatened your son.
When my son was receiving death threats.
By the way, for the record, I would never ever threaten violence. I don't believe in violence. Unlike some of the calls you made online, I would never threaten anybody with violence.
I just would show up in a sperm costume with a sign that says I'm not a Nazi and interrupt your entire class. But hey, that doesn't, you know, I'm a different kind of bad. You got me clocked as the wrong one, dude. Okay, random dude in a full white bodysuit. Yeah, exactly. Can we get back to the lesson, dude? That this guy sucks at teaching as it is. I barely understand what's going on in this class, and you broke my concentration. We only get to come in here once a week. How the fuck am I going to know how to pass this test, bro? How am I going to know? He's going to write us all an email now. He's one of those kinds of professors, and I'm going to have to read it. Oh, no. What have you done? My education. Yeah, so he did this. Let's keep going down the list. Let's keep on chugging. Keep on chugging here. A classroom during a lesson. Oh, someone at work. Wow. Someone at work. I think, and nobody cites this one, this is the closest you can get me to saying he deserved it, is because he did this. This is the closest I can come to something that is similar to what had happened on the podcast. This transgender person talked mad shit about him online, threatened or asked other people to go slash the tires on his car. A lot of just not good things. I've seen these kinds of people. I know of them in real life. I have lots of trans friends. No, I'm just kidding. I know people that do dumb shit like this in real life, that talk a bunch of shit on the internet, that tell people to go commit acts of violence, and then they go about their daily life like nobody's going to come at them for it. So, from my perspective, I get why the Crowder audience enjoys seeing things like this happen. You don't have to like Crowder to enjoy these sorts of videos. Matter of fact, I didn't have a like on this video. What a goddamn disgrace. Let's go ahead and add a like to the video. I like it, okay? I can see the appeal in it. I can see why people watch the guy. These are fun. They're not fun for me as a reviewer, but I would enjoy them personally as a person. Because, yeah, it is kind of funny to see these people get put on the spot by a guy who has all the, financial and whatever capabilities to do it. It is kind of funny. It is fucked up, but it is funny. A lot like seeing, some of these debates online. The topics, the consequences, fucked up. Still kind of fun to watch. Same with this. But this is fucked. He goes to somebody's work.
Hey, kid.
Hey, remember me?
No.
No?
If you guys like the Sam Seder moment, I'm sorry. You gotta like this. Don't tell me it's gross, Sam. Laugh with me. This is what happened. This is the same fucking thing. This is as close as you're getting. This dude hopped into somebody's work and just ruined the whole thing. And then this person's going to pretend that they don't know who the fuck he is right off the bat, and they said all this mean shit online. You should see some of the shit that this person was saying online. And the first thing, I don't know who you are, bro. Who are you? I've never seen you before in my life, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Me at all? Steven Crowder at all? No, not familiar?
No.
This is you threatening to slash my tires here?
Oh my god, dude. You need
Remember
to
this?
chill out.
Slashing my tires and actually...
Yeah. Now, a special kind of crazy that this Steven Crowder guy is. Pictures of this person, all of their tweets and shit that they did, puts it all on a board. This is like some fucking, like, the people in front of an abortion clinic with those fucked up pictures. That's that level of crazy, okay? I am well aware of that. Now this is it is creepy. It most certainly is. It's also creepy for you to jump into a debate that you were not a part of. Like, I'm sorry. I know this is creepy. I know this is fucked. This is what happened when the Seder dude jumps into a debate that he was not invited to. He's been rejected numerous times. He's just crashing this whole fucking thing. If you want the most similar piece of content that gave me a similar feeling to why I'm not okay with that, it's this one. Are both funny? Yeah, it's funny to see him be dumbfounded that the Seder guy had showed up. He had nothing prepared for it, like an idiot, even though he assumed it was going to happen. So yeah, I took pleasure in that because I don't like Crowder, right? I'm also taking pleasure in this because whoever the fuck this person is, I don't like them neither. They're talking a lot of shit about somebody online. They're telling people to commit acts of violence. And then they're totally spooked when that person shows up at their fucking place of work and shows everybody what they had said. Okay? So there is a bit of justice here that I find to be the same flavor as what you got in that Sam Seder thing. And if this grosses you out, I would encourage you to think about why the other one doesn't gross you out. It's because you don't like this person. So if in the minute and 30 seconds before this clip, he is able to get me to not like this person, it's completely palatable content. In much the same way that Ethan preparing an entire segment prior to his video where he explains why you should not like Crowder also paves the way for you to not like him enough to enjoy what's about to happen. But if you don't dislike Crowder enough, you're not going to enjoy it. You don't dislike this person enough, you're not going to enjoy it, right? That's part of the storytelling here. That's part of the content that they're creating. And you guys have bought into it because you didn't like him enough to like when he did that. But you don't know shit about this person. You just know what I told you. I didn't do a very good job of it. So this is completely gross. He's coming in this person's work, a bunch of shit about them, pictures of them, all this other bullshit. And they came here to fuck up this person's life, right? That's fucked. That's not right, right? It's also fucked and not right for you to jump into a debate you were not invited to when you've been rejected numerous times. Like, that's what that feels like to me. But maybe it's being a streamer, and maybe it's because that's my job. And I imagine that if I wanted to have a call with somebody and they just swapped out for some random person that I keep saying no to, who I have rejected and ignored and left events to avoid, then I think that's fucked. And I think it's fucked of that person. I think it's fucked of my interlocutor who agreed to have a conversation with me. Okay? And like, all I want to do is paint that picture for you guys. I get you feel this is gross. Believe me, I do too. I can take fun in it. I can take joy in it. Thank God it's not me. But yeah, I get it. It's gross. It's creepy. It's weird. It's also gross, creepy, and weird that Seder did this whole roundabout way to finally get to talk to this dude. Like, they're both really creepy and weird to me and really gross and backhanded. I don't like them for that reason. Do I still think they're funny to watch? Yeah. Do I not like the person and that's why? Yeah. If that happened to somebody else, then I would feel really bad about it. If it happened to somebody I liked, I would feel really bad about it. You do that to Riley Grace Rochon, I'm going to feel bad about it. You do that to fucking Senpai Chow, I'm going to feel bad about it. You do that to somebody I like, I'm going to feel bad about it. I'm not going to think it's funny. But with a guy I don't like, yes, completely funny. Completely funny. Dude, what is this enlightened centrist BS? Crowder ambushes and harasses people IRL. If you think they're different because it's IRL, then you think they're different because it's IRL. I don't know what to tell you. I don't make a distinction like that. I don't have this distinction of, oh, it's in real life. It's his fucking job, dude. It's his fucking job. He goes on the internet to talk to all of these people. That's his fucking job. You came into his job and did that, dude. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm broken because I'm a streamer, but that's his fucking job, dude. The same way as this person's fucking job, dude. And if the one distinction here is that it's IRL and that's what you want to hold on to, fine. You go ahead and do that. Go back into the corner with your fucking sticks and your little mud balls you're making and go back to that. And when mama calls you for dinner and she starts hollering, I hope you go and you make it there quick, okay? And be sure to wash your hands or you're going to get sick. But that's you. Go ahead. Go do that. Go do that. Go have those half-baked arguments. I'm completely fine with that. It's a job he invented, 100% his own choice. What? How does that make any sense? It's a job he invented. That doesn't. All right, you're going on the dumb list, dude. I'm so sorry, Arn, but you're going on just the straight-up dumb list. I don't even know what that statement means, dude. At Booksmarts, different is that they're public figures. Crowder's intention was lie and spread propaganda using Ethan's platform. How do you know it's to lie and spread propaganda? You're making that up. You have no idea. You have no fucking idea. You have no idea at all. You're making this giant leap. You realize how big of a leap that is? He went there to lie and to spread propaganda? Really? Really? You can get the fuck out. You can get the fuck out. I don't want to see you again. Goobles, thank you for your $3. I appreciate it. What a stupid fucking thing to say. You have no idea what they were going to talk about. We didn't even get to see that because he didn't get to debate Ethan, which is what he was there to do. So no, I don't think so. You can disagree with the congruency of these two takes. I can be fair with that. You think that this video is not similar to that one? Totally fine by me. Don't say it's some bullshit reason like it's IRL, because I don't think that's really fair. If it's because one's a public person, one's a private person, that I can get. IRL, shut the fuck up. public person, private person, I get that. Because I actually think one of the problems with Crowder is he often attacks people who are not at all prepared or not at all equipped for the conversations that they have, because they're not public people. They're not debate people. They don't have those abilities. And so he's picking on people that are going to be lesser than him in those regards. Likewise, if you want to say that there's a problem here because this was a private nobody who nobody expected would read their shit, that's sort of okay. I don't agree with that in this case, because this person's tweets were asking other people to commit acts of violence against Crowder. And unless they expected that they're shouting into the void and only God would hear their voice, they were expecting other people to read that shit. And at that point, you're using whatever public leverage you have on a public platform to inflict IRL, private pain against somebody or damage against somebody's property. And I'm sorry, but my wanting to protect you or whatever for being a private person goes out the window when you do that. I'm sorry, no. You had a very small public platform and you tried to leverage that dinky ass public platform to do evil against somebody. I don't care if you're a public figure or a private figure. You took to your public platform with whatever kind of social following you had, and you had hoped that this situation would materialize because of that. I'm sorry, but I don't have bad feelings for you because of that, because you fucked up and you did that. Now, if this person was talking shit in private with their friends and whatever, and we're like, yeah, this fucking Steven Crowder guy, he's a bit of a fucking asshole. I hope he gets what's coming to him, yada, yada, yada. You said that in private, somebody recorded it, and they showed it to Crowder, and then Crowder comes with a fucking boombox speaker, and he's playing that conversation. Then, yeah, I feel bad. That's a private-ass person. They had a private-ass take, and you're coming out here with your public-ass platform, and you're blowing them up. That's not really fair. But they jumped on their own public platform and tried to do this stuff. So I don't think that's similar at all. I'm sorry. And that's my reasoning. That's why I don't feel like this, blanket statement which could protect this person applies to them, because they used their shitty version of a public platform to do that. And just because Crowder's bigger than, you can get into that debate, but I don't know if public-private is exactly the line that you want to be sitting on there, because it's not, I don't think it's that clear. Maybe on a personal level, it was okay to ambush Crowder, but not on a discourse/debate level. It's not the intellectual own the left thinks it is. Fair enough. I would agree with that, Art. Let's see. What is this? Crowder could have cut the feed at any point with Seder. That does not exist IRL. How does that not matter? A bunch of people walk into your class. You can't physically remove. Crowder can't. Oh my God. This is so dumb. I feel like Destiny, dude. I'm going to start putting on this performative act about how everybody with a dumb take is completely triggering me on the inside. That's a dumb take. I'm not going to waste time on it. You need to go back in the kitchen and start thinking about what the hell you're cooking up, Sam, because that doesn't make any sense. Book, I love you, bro, but I feel like this condescension is going to be why I stop watching. It may be. I'm not in the mood for it today. I'm not. I'm not in the mood to sit here and handhold everybody. And I know that it's going to be 95% of everybody versus the 5% of me. So I'm not even looking to chat for people that agree with me today. I know they're not going to. I know this is a take people are not going to agree with. I knew that going into it. That's completely fine. You can disagree with me, but you're here to hear me out. There's my thing. You're not here necessarily to get into an argument with me. I'm not Steven. I don't invite people on to have debates with me. That's not what we do here. So if you disagree, you can disagree. You could click off. You could go watch D&D. You could do any number of things, really. And I'd be totally fine with that. And I get that. And if disagreeing with me or not liking the condescension on topics, or it's 95-5 is, something you dislike, I think you could dislike that and still watch me. But if you don't, then that's fine, bro. It is what it is. Oh, man. Let's go back to just chatting. And hopefully the camera refreshes. No, it didn't. Okay, wonderful. Let me go ahead and refresh that real quick. Go to this one. Go to this one. All right. So, yeah. This is the closest thing I can come to what had happened that day. So if this makes it justify that he got what he, was coming to him, fine. I think this is the video that I would look at for that. Now, there's one more point. Crowder Crowder's reasoning. Oh, do I want to go through this one? You guys are already being crazy with me at this point. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna keep one of these points as a Patreon exclusive, and only the patrons will know this point, because I thought I could build up to something spicy and give you guys a spicy thing, but it's a lot like rock and roll music and Back to the Future. Y'all aren't ready for it yet. You're not. Your kids are gonna love it, but you're just too fucking stupid, dude. You want disco and Elvis, and, you know, I'm sitting here cooking up rock and roll, and you guys just aren't going to have it. I am late. What is up, everyone? They're being mad at me, dude. While you're under the hood, FYI, the chat isn't visible on the other scene. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I think IRL versus internet is also hugely different, but I also agree that this person in specific did indeed do evil by advocating for tire slashing. They are showing their place of work, which is probably close to their home. If the person doesn't get fired, it might get Crowder fans in the area to go and harass this person at their job and eventually get them fired. This might make a person feel unsafe if even a single Crowder fan appear to heckle him. Let's not use him. Their pronouns are zir, or whatever the fuck. I'm saying them, okay? I'm going to take a political stand there. I'm not using neo pronouns. I'm going to say them, but I don't think you should say he, because it's clear that they want to be non-binary, so I'm going to try to respect that decision. But how am I going to tackle this? So you got to understand, yeah, all those fears and stuff, let's talk about it in terms of disproportionality, because that's where you want to make the argument there, in my opinion. Now I'm being a debate person. I'm going to give you debate advice. I think that what you want to focus on is the disproportionality of Crowder pointing his social media gun at somebody and this person pointing his social media gun at somebody. Because the way you have this worded right now, the problem is that this person did that to Crowder. Are we going to say that Crowder should be worried about driving around here because his tires might get slashed because this person just turned their entire community against him? And is it more likely that this person has enough influence among their in-group to make that happen in their city, at their school? So I think it's more so about disproportionality. The number of people that Crowder can reach that's going to do that, that's going to fuck with this person's life, that have the time to do that, is going to be larger because Crowder has a bigger social media gun to fire. He has more people, he has more eyes, he has more everything, right? So I think that's where you want to focus, because that's really where the distinction is here. There's an imbalance in what these two people can accomplish online and what is accomplished by them directing their fans at somebody. And so, yeah, that's what I would say. I find it funny that he censors the name, but still does all this other stuff too, by the way, because I don't know how much censoring the name does anything when you have word-for-word posts and pictures and stuff like that, and the exact location of where this business is. All these are problems, and I would agree with that. But yeah, I think the better thing to say here is that there's disproportionality between what Crowder can accomplish with his social media and what that person could accomplish with theirs. Okay, and do the spicy? I'm not. You guys aren't ready for it. I'm so sorry. We're not mad at you. It's okay if you are. I'm fine with that. I'm not mad. I just don't understand how you could prefer a reality where Crowder blasts Ethan over the current one. Where Crowder is perceived as weak for dodging, because I don't have something against Crowder. And I think it's sad to me to see everybody jump on board of a bandwagon that has broken-ass wheels and that isn't going anywhere. Like, that's what's sad to me. I would have rather Ethan go on, gets his ass kicked, works with Sam to have another debate or something. Like, I would rather they try to do it a legitimate way. I just don't think this was the way to do it. And all this is going to guarantee is that Sam is absolutely never, ever getting a talk with this guy. And that the one opportunity they had, they didn't really make it work out. So it just seems like a wasted opportunity. The reason why I would prefer the other reality is because I would prefer a reality where Sam Seder gets to debate Steven Crowder. Now that I've learned about the two of them, I would like to see them debate. I think that this reality has ensured that they are probably not going to debate ever. And I think that there is at least a slight possibility in the one where this didn't happen. So that's at least a small part of it. But I also think that Ethan should have to reap what he sows. If this is really the biblical kind of thinking that we're going to apply to Crowder, I am again going to appeal to the hypocrisy that exists here. I think he should have to reap what he sows. If he's going to talk all this shit, if he's going to make stupid opinion fucking tweets about shit that he doesn't understand, and then he wants to agree to a debate with this guy, I want to see that debate happen. I want to see Ethan get his dome fucking knocked in, dude. I don't want to see him do this evil manipulator tactic thing where he fucking gets Sam to come on and then has Sam argue with him because he knows that he can't do it and yada. No, don't do that, Ethan. I want to see you debate him. You were talking all this shit. You had a stupid fucking tweet. He called you out on it. I want to see you step in the ring. How would you do? I would personally find that to be very, very interesting to watch. I think it would be funny for many of the same reasons that you would find Crowder versus Seder funny. I think he would get his bell knocked in. If that's the kind of fight you showed up for, the only difference is who's taking that beating, and you just don't want Ethan to take that beating. I do quite a bit. Ethan says stupid shit. Oh my God. Ethan says stupid shit all the time. I didn't create a compilation of the stupid things that Ethan has said and done, and I don't really need to, because with him, it's much, I feel like, clearer to go back and look at all the stupid shit that Ethan has said and done. But Ethan is an idiot. Ethan doesn't have any good takes on politics stuff. Like, if Ethan wants to debate something, yeah, I want to watch that. That sounds like fun. And I just think if you would have enjoyed seeing Crowder get stomped, I think you would have enjoyed seeing Ethan get stomped as long as you're not in love with him. We're not mad, just disappointed. Crowder shields himself from any and all criticism. There is no other reality. There is no world where he would ever say yes to say. Oh, fuck. I've disconnected my thing. I think that's hilarious the way that you've worded this. You should write short stories. I love it. Honestly, and this isn't even me being like passive aggressive or anything. I honestly really like the way you worded that. I'm about to go reread it in 2 seconds. Hold on. Let me, oh, that's great. Save. Man, I really need that new computer. It should get here in like a week. Again, I've already paid for it. I bought it on credit. They were selling out really quick. It's got a 3080 in it, so woo! It's $1,000 more than what the goal is, though, so I at least really want to hit the goal. I'll match that 1,000 and not complain about it or whine about it, but I really do hope we hit the 2,000. That's the goal up here. So whether you like this, whether you thought I was an idiot, it's content to you. You're still here. You're enjoying it. I would appreciate if you chip in at any point. We've had a lot of people that have donated like big sums of money to try and help out the cause, and for that I am appreciative. Because like money has to go into other stuff, and it's just helpful to have, help on the bigger purchases like that. Okay, I was going to read that fucking message and I scrolled down. God damn it, dude. Fuck me. No, that was such a good fucking, oh man, I lost it. No. I lost it, but that was written really well. You know who you are. We need a redacted oil. Oh shit. Imagine being a book sub. Cringe. Yeah, as you say with the emotes. That feel when you got a 3080 for RRP on launch day? Well, good for you. What's RRP? I'm familiar with MSRP, but I don't know what RRP is. It's lost the time now. Yeah, it's gone. Thank you for the sub. Let me make sure I'm not missing any. He means MSRP? Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was like some new thing. RRRP? What the fuck? Sounds like how Scooby-Doo talks. What the fuck? All right, let me check my supers real quick. Make sure there's nothing I missed. Recommended retail price. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know if BS told us what, Supreme. Oh shit. $10 from Morgan the Third. Thank you. But the laptop he bought was $3,000, not $2,000. I just told him, yeah. We went over the goal by quite a bit, but it was at Supreme's behest. Supreme said, this is the computer. You need to get this now. If you don't get it, it's going to go. And what happened? 2 days later, that same computer is up for almost $4,000. So, I guess we bought in at an okay moment. But yeah, it was $3,000, which was a lot. And I bought it on credit. So I'm just hoping I can pay it off. But yeah, we really need a computer. This laptop is not doing it. And I'm not lugging around a tower PC. That's not really practical. Oh, something about $50 donation before. Okay, well, let me New fan, really digging your workbook. Cheers from Jeff Wells, $5. Thank you, Jeff. To William Rucker, who donated $501, so he's just that much better than Jeff. I appreciate you and the work that you do. Thank you, William. And then to Hunter Young, who is the worst of the whole lot. No, I'm just kidding. He donated $4.99. He says, was watching the Vosh sexual harassment coverage by Destiny again. Interesting to see his lying tendencies back then. Congrats on Congrats on the viewers too. Thank you. We need to be nice to Vosh from now on, okay? We're not let's stop being mean to Vosh. Ian Doughton with $10 says, sometimes it feels like you're the only sane person on the internet. That's what I try to be. But sometimes when your goal is to be sane, you wind up insane like I did today, you know? And then I think I already got Myth Vengeances. So thank you to the YouTube people for your supers. I appreciate it. If anybody else wants to donate, that's super duper helpful. Let me make sure that there's anything on here besides the nuclear point that I don't want to bring up. Let's see. Here's a really tiny one. And this is such a failing for Crowder. He at numerous points mentions that it's because Sam is smaller, that Sam's not big enough. This is the dumbest fucking thing he could possibly say, given the kind of content that he puts out. And I want to show you guys a little bit of a video on that. A little bit of a video kind of just in case you needed it. I feel bad giving evidence that Crowder is a hoax. I feel bad giving evidence that Crowder is an asshole because you guys already believe that, or that he's wrong. You guys already believe that. You would believe that even if I didn't have evidence. If Ethan Klein just said something on that show that was mean about him, you would just believe it. And that's what I'm learning through having this stream with you guys, is you guys just believe shit. It's really good to keep in mind for later. You know, if I ever want to put on a mask and try to trick you guys, it seems like it would be very, very easy to. One thing that like really worries me that I see with like paying attention to how you guys reason your way through stuff, how the internet masses do that, is it would be so easy to just manipulate you guys because you fall for everything. It's almost like watching like a bullfighting match. You have this machine built by God, given every gift to fucking one up this little monkey creature that you're fighting, but you get tricked. And it's just so sad to see. God gave you guys the most interesting brain that we know of on Earth, capable of vast amounts of cognitive ability and reasoning and all of these other things. Incredible memory. You can play back memories as videos with smells and sights and sounds and yada yada. You can do so many incredible things. Yet you're so easily duped. You're so easily tricked. You're so easily like pushed into believing something or pushed into not believing something. It's like it makes me a little bit sad. It makes me a little bit sad. That there's my unrelated little note, but it does make me sad to see that the internet works that way because I just see you guys get taken advantage of all the fucking time. And it's, you know, speaking of which, hey, give me money. I need to afford a laptop. No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, let's go ahead and jump to this video here. I didn't get the smell playback update. You don't smell when you have memories? I have memories of smells. Is that not a normal thing? The not big enough to debate take from Crowder is especially dumb because he's against listening to mainstream media or celebrity. I didn't even know that. No, I didn't even know that. The other person was arrogant, not you. Nothing about following a heuristic excludes questioning authority. It's a purpose. I don't know. You're using a lot of words, brother. Thanks for all the tier 1 subs. I appreciate it. And the $9.99 from Ian Doughton. Please give this man money. Oh, well, I would echo that sentiment, but you know, I don't want to be too pushy with you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I saw this compilation. I knew we just had to watch it.
The AIDS epidemic and the reporting and the cultural hysteria was a hoax. I would say that actually in that video, I'm probably doing a lot more for people to avoid AIDS than my critics.
That's a very interesting argument. I don't think I could agree with that.
Okay.
The last is probably, this is the biggest complaint that I had about the video, and
Well, you
it
should have
really
led
comes
with
down
that.
without antiretroviral medication, the chances of getting it was a lot higher.
Let me ask you this:
Magic Johnson's doing great.
Magic Johnson's kind of a piece of shit. But then why would you? My question is, why would you start with First Amendment? They're completely separate. They're unrelated. Because of someone like you saying you can't use gay pejoratively, there's some kid right now who has a bit where out of context uses the word fag, or like me, out of context, where I ended my set on the word. When you say let's give kids puberty blockers or hormone replacement therapy, when you say the solution is gender reassignment surgery, and you're looking at a suicide rate that doesn't really get better.
Let's debate, Stephen.
Don't hide behind the glass.
Don't be a coward.
Congratulations, Sam Cedar's fan.
Stephen,
There's no checking you, Sam. My audience would say Sam who?
He's nervous about debating me. I don't know why. I don't know why that's the case. I think Stephen's not a total idiot. She said, I think Stephen got cold feet. He's obviously lying about the idea that he wouldn't want to do a debate with me because his audience wouldn't know.
There you go. There's a bit of a meme. I thought it was a good meme to include just to kind of close everything out. The YouTube, the chat is back. Thank you for the notes about that. My bad. Book's 100% holding back his laughter. About what? Holding back laughter about what? That he ended his set with the N-word? I don't know, bro. I don't think that's very funny. Unless you mean laughing at the fact that all these people are super tiny, which, yeah. Remember, I've had to watch this shit like a gazillion times, and I'm not in the mood to like fake reactions or whatever today. So, I spent all last night up until like 3 o'clock in the morning looking through all this stupid fucking content, just hoping that I'll find some example of him crashing a debate or something, and I never found it. So, believe me when I say I looked with you guys in mind. I tried to find something that could make sense, and I didn't. So I have to have this opinion, and that is what it is, you guys. That is what it is. And I'm okay with it because I'm not exactly invested in it. I have a timeline. If I don't find it by the timeline, the opinion is what it is. This is a bad take. Well, that's a wonderful way of opening up your statement there, as we've talked about before. Opening up with something like a bit of a punch to the jaw, like you're a dumbass. That's incorrect. These sorts of things are a wonderful way to open that up so that I go ahead and read the rest of it, which I will proceed to do. Let me jump to another chatter here. Will you name and shame your good and bad? I'm just kidding. I won't do you dirty like that, Brandon. I won't do you dirty, Brandon. I'll read it. It's a big difference to surprising an internet personality versus showing. Oh, we already talked about this. Oh, yeah. Whoa. He said something that we already talked about. Whoa. Good job, Brandon. Are you taking notes? Did you read that from something I said earlier? We already talked about that. You're on the YouTube. You can rewind. I'm happy we spent the time reading the rest of it. See, to my fellow creators out there, like Aristocracy, who I've given this advice to both in public and in private, you can often write off entire comments, entire chatters, entire things because of like these 5 rhetorical tricks. If they open their statement with something shitty, what is to follow is likely not going to be very helpful to you. Unless you want to put all those in a bucket and put them through an industrial press to see what comes out the other end. And if you cook off all the sludge, maybe there's a diamond in there. But quite frankly, at some point you're going to not want the sludge machine anymore because it's not making back what you're putting in power wise. It's like the Bitcoin network. It's a bit bad for the environment, and it's probably best that we just don't have it. So yeah, and this is a good example of that. There is nothing you can say to make me agree with your take. You're just wrong. End of. Don't you dare. Don't care if you call me dumb. Well, maybe you'll care if I say your mom's dumb because she gave you a name like FZGH. I don't know if it's cultural insensitivity from me, but I was expecting a vowel where I found none. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. It's probably the same thing your mom said when she gave birth to you. They're like, hey, what do you want to name this fucking thing? And she was like, Fuzk. 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 They're like, how do you spell that? Fuzk. Okay, there we go. Thank you, FZGH. I appreciate your contribution. Ad time. Yeah, most certainly is ad time. That's a wonderful fucking idea. Let's actually throw an ad to the people on the YouTube. That'll be wonderful. Or to the people on the Twitch, because YouTube, I can't do that. Crashing a panel is totally different than crashing a debate. I'm happy you think that. Let me just jump down to the bottom of my chat there and give you guys an ad here. Bloop. R. Omegalol Osted. Yeah, he did, dude. Have you seen check? A bunch of words without vowels. Again, maybe cultural insensitivity, maybe Fuzikh is a very, very common Czech name. And there's like 50,000 people right now who are just like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a way to speak without fucking vowels. I have no idea. I wouldn't doubt that Czech doesn't have vowels. But I've never heard of Fuzikh. I don't know how to pronounce Fuzikh. So I'm gonna make fun of him a little bit. Super chat $9.99 from No. All right, I'll take that. Actual ignorance. It is. I'll admit I don't know about Czech. I do want to go to the Czech Republic though. Butchering his name. I can't get it right, dude. I was born with this nasty American tongue. Let me know when you can do an American R sound, and I'll try really, really hard to do the Czech sounds. We need book smarts because we have to show the world we're different. What? You better chiggity check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. Yeah, maybe, bro. Maybe he's a rapper. Maybe it's like a rapper name. Scroll up, book. I wrote more. I think the fuck not, Physica. I think the fuck not. The only hard American sound is TH. I disagree completely because I've worked with a lot of ESL people who have a really, really, really hard time with R. So maybe we just have different groups of ESL people that we hang out with. I've heard that the TH sound is difficult, but I've also heard a lot of people say that the R sound is difficult, the American R. For those of you that don't know, here's like a TLDR. Other places in other languages have the R sound made, and this is completely simplified, way closer to the front of the mouth. But the American R is kind of unique. When we're using the R sound, we crinkle up our tongue way in the back, like where our molars are. We go, "Rrr." And some people have a really hard time with that because it's a really uncomfortable thing to do with your mouth if you've never ever done it before. So a lot of people have a hard time with that harsh American R because you have to bundle your tongue way back in the back of your mouth rather than doing something at the front. The hard R. Yeah, the hard R. TH sound is basically only in English as far as I know. Yeah, I had a tough time with TH when I was a kid. I knocked out my front two teeth when I was really little. And so to get by not being able to make the sound, I was just like, F and TH are the exact same sound. I'm just going to use F everywhere there should be a TH. 3, how about free? When are you ever going to come into a situation where free and free are like two different things that you have to do? And even then you can use context. Like I was confident I could get by just using F in place of every TH, but no, they trained it out of me. The school was like, how many times you got to teach you this lesson, you dumb fuck? You got to say TH, and then, yeah, they fixed me. I didn't really take any of, wow, that scrolled really fast. Book's take is that people need to realize that what Sam and Ethan did was extremely shitty for ambushing Crowder and shouldn't blindly celebrate it because they hate Crowder. Yeah. Or if you're going to celebrate it, just know it's because you hate Crowder. Just don't make up other reasons. Don't turn into some high-minded thing. You liked it because it was funny, and it was funny to see the bad man get hurt. Just don't turn into some giant thing. Like the Biden thing. Just say that you don't think he's smart or that he can't fucking talk. But don't tell me you think he has dementia. Like, it feels like one of those. Like, don't tell me some bullshit, like, way more complicated thing. Just say what you think. Say what you feel. You feel like he's too old. You feel like he can't talk. But don't tell me you think he has dementia. because that's like a gazillion steps removed from just, I think he's old, I think he can't talk. Like, I don't know. It may not seem like a big leap to people, but it's a huge leap for me. Like, particularly knowing that there is a ready explanation for why he can't talk. It's not that he's old. It's not that he has dementia. Fuck my fucking life. He has a stutter. He has a really, really bad stutter. And if anybody just looks into why Joe Biden can't talk, you would find that it's because he has a really bad stutter. And that's it. And that's okay. You can just look at that and be fine. It's not that big of a deal. Just, be honest. Just don't be a lying piece of shit. That's my main thing. Okay, please work. Please clap. Okay, there we are. This whole situation is just an excuse for each political side to churn out content stating how correct their side is and how bad the other. Yeah, one, we had no debate too, which is the hilarious thing. We didn't get to talk about anything. Stutter and slurring isn't all right. Kevin, if you're on any of these fucking lists, I swear to God, you are on a list. Okay, Kevin, you're gone. You're gone. You're timed out. I'm sorry, Kevin. You were on a list. I had a check mark next to your name, and now you're getting a star. You're out of here. You're completely out of here. Congratulations. In no small part because I'm upset at my webcam, I'm going to kick you out of the chat. So I am taking up my frustration on you. A star? Yeah, congrats on the star. Yeah. Oh, it came unplugged again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. We said what we needed to say. Oh my goodness. I am dying. Last USB device plugged in the device was not recognized. Oh, I'm just going to use the laptop webcam. I'm just going to use my laptop webcam. Fuck it, dude. I spent $100-something on a webcam. Doesn't matter. Won't plug in. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Missing donos? Oh, yeah. Okay. Donos. Wait, I haven't seen the alert box go off once this entire time. Is the alert box even working? I don't know why it wouldn't be. Yeah, I'll do the donos real quick. I'll do the donos. Oh, man. Not a fun stream to do. I'm going to be real with you guys. This has not been a fun stream. Not a fun stream at all. Jeff Wells, $5. Oh, wait, no. It's not refreshed yet. White People Blanket Fun Stream. Yeah, well, You know what, Book? I still love you. I disagree with you on some stuff, but this made me stop and think, and that's worth something way more than the whole debacle. That's all I want. Just stop and think. Are you one of these people I'm talking about? Are you not? Whatever. Like, some people can't see pictures. Yeah, I already know that, Hefe. I already know that. Thank you for your $4.99. I appreciate it. Ian Doughton, thank you for your... and no, thank you. Why are you booing him? He's right. The webcam freezes actually added comic relief to this. It did, but it's not fun for me. I know it's funny for you guys in much the same way that this conversation was probably not fun for Crowder, not fun for Ethan, but it was funny to you guys. And at the end of the day, I guess that's all that matters, right? But yeah, here's what I'll say. Disagree with me. Go ahead. I love it. But come back for the next stream. That's all I care about. My whole thing on here is not built around being the mostest rightest all the time. It's not it. And I very often need to make sure I course correct a little bit of my brain for that, right? Because it's not my shtick. I come on here, I evaluate these things, I give you takes I don't think people are talking about, angles I don't think people are talking about. I try to do some research, I take some notes, and that's what I do. That's my thing. If you guys disagree with it, that's totally cool. You don't have to agree with it. You can come back to the next one and be pleasantly surprised that I'm not actually a dumb fuck, right? Just like, and if I could comment on that phenomena for just a second, just because people have dumb ideas or people come up with dumb conclusions or things that you don't agree with does not mean that person is dumb. It doesn't mean that they're completely ruined or whatever. You could probably still enjoy a bunch of stuff from that person. We talk a lot on the stream about how like arguing with family members and stuff is probably a misguided way of like approaching that problem. And you should probably just find things that you love about your family members and stuff and try to appreciate that for as long as you can. Because it could happen tomorrow that you go to work in your car and there's some drunkard having an awful day who T-bones you at an intersection and kills you. It could happen that you go on your flight back home to visit your family, and unfortunately that flight is lost over the Atlantic. It could very well be that you're walking down the street and some people working on a building above you drop a piece of glass that hits you and kills you. There could be a number of things that happen to you that just take you off the face of this earth. And the idea that you wasted a bunch of time and energy with the people that you truly love, arguing with them and having unfun moments with them, I think is sad to think about. Now, I do motorcycling. I've seen in the past what happens when people have unfinished business and have to leave this world at the last second. That sucks. I've seen people leave a lasting impression on people that was negative and they never ever put the effort into repairing it. So they died that way in somebody's eyes. I've seen that, you know? And so you have to imagine that after having a stream like this, I can't wait to have another one where I can get along better with you guys. Anytime there's a stream where we disagree a ton, that's all I'm thinking about, is that I hope between now and the next stream, I don't pass away and this is the last thing you think about of me. I hope that we have an opportunity to have another fun time in the next one. I think that's a better way to like approach life and stuff. Just remember, if you have a fun time watching my stuff, but you disagree with me on the Crowder thing, you can probably keep having a fun time with me. You're probably going to have fun on the next Destiny debate, if that's what you like, or the next Vosh debate, if that's what you like, or whatever, you know? We have some fun stuff down the line. I'm going to be doing a review of Counterpoints. I know we keep saying this, but Connor from Counterpoints, he had a debate with Lauren Southern that we still need to look at. And then tomorrow is going to be a big one. Tomorrow, we're doing Dylan Burns and Rob Knorr versus Big Papa Fascist. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Again, getting back to like, I don't want the last memory that people have of me to be this awful thing. To respect my personal relationship with Dylan Burns and stuff, I don't want to dig into him and meme on him and be super rude by doing a line by line, because he just did not perform well at all. And I think everybody understands that. So to spare him from that, as I don't think he deserves it, we're just going to have an abbreviated talk about his involvement in this conversation, maybe a few quotes. And then we're going to look at in depth how Rob handled Big Papa Fascist, because therein lies a victory I think is worth analyzing, right? I don't think the Dylan Burns part is worth analyzing beyond just like things that Dylan did that were wrong, okay? We're going to talk about those more broadly. I don't want to make fun of the dude. We've had bad blood before because of the panel interaction. I'm just trying to be really respectful of that. I like the dude. I don't want to be rude to him. But I do have a bit of a bone to pick with people that were upset that I said I like Rob Knorr, that I think Rob Knorr is a good debater. Oh, look at this. Oh, how surprising. He's able to talk to somebody that he disagrees with and has a very good conversation where he comes out on top, both rhetorically, optically, logically, however way you want to cut that cake, because he's a good debater, you stupid fucks, you ignorant, conservative-hating pieces of shit. That's right. He's a good debater. As I've said on the Vosh stream where everybody made fun of me, and I will continue to say over and over, you compare him to all the other conservatives you have that are debaters, and once you consider it in that way, he's very, very good. And he's very, very good at connecting with people whom he doesn't agree with. If they give him some space, he'll give them some space, and you can work out to have a reasonable conversation with the dude. You come in, guns blazing and shooting, he's a conservative, dude. He's got a few fucking guns, and he will start shooting, and he will talk super fast, and he will have an unpleasant conversation with him. Will he still navigate that well? Hell yeah, he can keep up like a motherfucker. Okay, the dude's built different. But if you want to have a nice conversation with him, you can have that. He's capable of that. We've seen that time and time again. He puts that olive branch out there for people. So I want to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. That's the plan for tomorrow. Going to be a really fun stream. I look forward to it. I believe that's at 7 o'clock in the morning. So 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to hit the EU audience, see if anybody from there wants to turn up for that. I'm not sure anybody else really streams at that time besides Denims and a few other people. So we're going to go for that. I may be a little late to it if I'm feeling super tired. Today that was the case. I woke up at 11. I was still having dreams, so I set the alarm to 11:55, tried to get more sleep in, and then I turned up for this. So that's also why I'm tired and not in the mood for dealing with dumb fucks in the chat. Yeah. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I hope we have fun with that. Yeah, like I said, if at any point you guys want to donate for this laptop thing, I would appreciate it. It's already been purchased. I'm in the hole for over $3,000, so I just hope that I can save that up and then we can have our laptop. Because this one, as you saw today, has a lot of problems and it needs to be replaced. Anywho, them eye bags, you can go to sleep shopping. Yeah, maybe, dude. Irrelevant streams at that time. Oh, well, he sometimes does. I don't know. He's jumping all over the place. Dylan, long hair, pretty face. I know him. Okay. Good debater is in he can lie and keep lying. All right. Shut up, Wah. You're a dumb fuck. That is going to be a fun stream. I found myself liking Rob Noor in spite of myself. LOL. I hard disagree with him too, which is like, that's totally cool. Like, here's the thing. You can be a good debater even if people don't agree with you. Like, that's my opinion. You can be really good at having conversations and just not have conclusions that anybody meshes with or a thought process they can relate to. But you can still have good conversations. I would say a lot of people in history that other people speak fondly of, especially engaging with, are people that they couldn't wrap their heads around. They don't understand their thought process or their conclusions or how they're arriving at them, but they had a fun time talking with that person. These things exist separately of one another. And I think like, I'm finding that the new like arc that I'm on is looking for places where like there's a thin itty bitty connection between two things. And I just want to sever it so we could bring those two things apart. You guys are sticking on these two ideas. They don't belong together. One can exist without the other. There's an opportunity. So I'm looking for those a lot. And this is one of them. You can dislike his politics and all of his beliefs, but you can also agree that he is a good debater and he's good at keeping up with people. He's got a lot of positive attributes in terms of conversation. Don't connect these two things. Like, this one does not soil the other one and take it over. They can exist separately at the exact same time, okay? And we're going to take those two separate things, look at them together so you can see they're different and appreciate it, right? And I think that that's fine. Like, you can disagree with his conclusions and stuff, as he was well aware the audience would. Like, here's the other thing. He keeps in mind that, like, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time talking about what I agree with the Nazi guy on, okay? I'm just going to move past it real quick. Will you say that trans women aren't women? Yeah, I would, but we're arriving at that conclusion very differently. And I'm not sitting here prescribing like legal solutions for society based on the wants and whims of what I believe or what I personally think to be the case, because it's not how policy should work, right? Like, man, the dude's on top of it. He knows that these are yikers things to say that other people are not going to agree with. But in my opinion, he mixes it with just the right amount of like practicality that I like it. It's the same reason that I like Vosh when he talks about leftism. Yeah, give me the ideas, give me your beliefs, even if I don't believe in them. But when you have the sanity check of like, pragmatically, I know that blah, blah, blah isn't possible. Like, okay, that's my sanity check. That's my smell check. As long as you know you can't do that, or as long as you know people are not in support of that, or is like, there are many little things that I come up with in my brain. And when people are checking those boxes off, then I slowly come to the realization that this person is behind the wheel and being reasonable. They're not on autopilot for some idea or some stupid fucking belief. They're reacting in real time to things. There's a living person underneath that skin sack. And I like that. Rob is one of those people. I like that. You're actually thinking through these things. I like that about you. I like that you slowly change your opinions over time. I like that people can correct you and you appreciate that. There are a lot of things that I like about Rob, even if I totally disagree with the conclusions that he reaches. Like, so much so with people like Rob or people like Counterpoints, I'm very tempted, and I've done this with other conservative people in the past, to reach out in private and be like, do you want to talk about XYZ? I saw you talk to so-and-so person about it. I just don't feel like they gave you a fair swing at it. Like, I want to talk to you about this, learn where you're coming from on it, and see if there's any like way to reconcile like lefterly ideas with that. And if there isn't, there isn't, and I'm barking up the wrong tree. But if I can understand better how you're arriving at those conclusions. Wow, thank you.
You look nice today, Book.
Thanks, brother. Now I'm like correcting my hair and stuff. Does that mean something's bad? I like that. I like that, and I think that that's what we need to do more of, but it probably needs to happen in private. And I'm kind of accepting that at this point. Also, criticism is something I'm probably going to have to start doing in private. We might have one-on-one interviews or I do that stuff, but I really do get the feeling that a lot of the times that we hit shaky ground in a discussion about stuff, it's because somebody's public ego is on the line. And I think to correct for that, maybe I need to do those in private more often. But yeah. What else? Oh, I want to talk to Silly Serious, but it may have to be on Friday or Saturday. I don't know. It depends on when Silly is online. But Silly Serious is another person I'm trying to make a talk happen with. And then we have people that want to have talks with me. There's about a dozen of you. If you're watching this now, just know that like if other people are moving up in that queue before you requested it, just know that it's because like, and I'm going to be transparent with you, I have to balance like what are the popular things to talk about and popular people to talk to? What are the topics that are going around right now? How could that fit in with a conversation about you? If I don't know who you are, I don't know what you do, you didn't give me a very good abbreviated explanation of what it is that you do or what you're known for or what you're capable of, I have no way of fitting you into like the zeitgeist and figuring out how to have a conversation with you that's going to be reasonably on topic, right? So if you come to me and you're like, oh, like I'm not going to give examples. They're going to be too specific. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Like if you really want to have just admit you're chasing clout. I'm not though. Like Silly Serious, I'm not chasing clout with Silly Serious. I believe we're like more or less the same size. And if you count YouTube, it's I think I would be bigger. Which is weird to say, but like I feel like I need to fight this clout chasing thing. I'm not. What I'm looking for is to create good content, okay? And good content, a component of that is how many people are going to click or see or understand who the person is, for sure. But that's only a small part of it. There are people that are on the back burner that are much bigger than me. And the only reason that I haven't reached out and talked to them is because I don't have something to talk with them about. There's nothing I can think of that would be interesting and topical that I could, use that connection for in that way. So I would rather wait until there's a better opportunity and talk with them about something that relates to them in some way. So no, it's not just clout chasing. Like that, there's certainly a factor in there of like, what is this person's audience size? But that's not at all the determining thing. There's a lot of smaller people who I think would be really fun to talk to, that I can talk to about topics and issues that I think are important. And yeah, so yeah, just keep that in mind. I have a fairly high bar to talk with people too, and I think most of the people that I've had on that I've talked to have been small people. If you look historically at everybody I've ever talked to, that's the case. So, with the exception of Vosh and Destiny, who I talked to because I'm already going to review their shit, like I don't think that maps on most of the stuff that I do. Rob Nora isn't afraid to debate anyone. Respect. Okay. Well, after this review, I'm learning that's something people respect quite a bit. Just admit might be a phrase to add to the list of bad starters. That's a good point. Yeah. Anytime anybody opens up with just admit. Yeah. And what's funny is like, normally people open up with just admit on something I've already admitted. Like, just admit that you have a bias in favor of Destiny over Vosh. Okay? Just admit to me you didn't watch the fucking video, idiot. Like, yeah, dumb fuck. That's why I say that all the time. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, just admit it. How about you just rewind fucking 10 seconds and watch this shit before you comment, you idiot. Just admit you're a sussy baka already. All right. I am a bit of a sussy baka, dude. I never admit that, but I'll admit to it here. Rob Nora isn't afraid to debate anyone, unlike Stephen Coward, of course. I'm adding you to a list, Ree. There you go. Rob Noor would destroy Hassan in a debate. Change my mind. I don't think there's a way to change your mind. I'm pretty sure Rob would knock Hassan around in a debate. Just admit you're live on Twitch and YouTube, right? I am. Worst thing is people who think they don't have biases. Yeah. Because it's like you do no matter what. You're not fucking Hal. And even Hal, the supercomputer, has biases. So, like, I don't know, bro. Did Book already give his take on the H3H3 shit? Yeah, I did already. I feel like both Crowder and H3 were cowards. Oh, okay. Just admit you're here to get roasted by Uncle. Okay, you dumbasses. Okay. 100 bits. Thank you, Shampoo 7. I used shampoo this morning. Actually, the shampoo that they have here and the body soap, I really like it. I kind of want to learn what it is because I know that it's not what's on the bottle. They very clearly just filled up a random bottle with soap, but I'm really liking it. You know what's another interesting thing? Oh, thank you. Cheesy squeezy. Oh, I love it. Cheesy squeezy. Your hair does look softer. It turns me on. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy my hair looks soft. I do kind of like the idea of turning people on. Anytime anybody says I'm handsome or whatever, I've said this before, but it does hit a special spot in my brain, dude. It hits a special spot in my brain. I know that that's how I'll be manipulated by some random person too. Some random Tinder person that blows smoke up my ass. Would it be okay to ambush a Holocaust denier? But oh my God, well, I'm not reading the rest of that. You're a handsome guy. Thanks, brother. Men need to be kinder to each other, calling each other handsome. Yeah, but the problem is, like, to do that, you have to not be gay. That sounds so mean. That's kind of the social thing I feel about it, is that straight men will get uncomfortable if they know that you swing that way, because then they have to interpret that comment through a bunch of like homophobic filters that the result could be, I think this guy is coming on to me or whatever. So, you know, what sucks is I think that the more apt statement is we need straight men to compliment other straight men so that straight men don't misinterpret the remarks of homosexual men. I think that that's what needs to happen there, to be quite honest with you. So I think that's probably a better way of saying it. That's what I meant, Booksmarts. Come on now. Well, you said men, and I don't think that by default men are straight. So that's you and your straight-centric worldview. Come on, when I say men, I don't mean gays, Booksmarts. Okay, that's a more Yikers statement than I think you understand it is. Straight men are afraid of other men will treat them the way they treat women. It's not too bad to be treated the way women are treated sometimes. Depends on the treatment. I would like to be treated like a woman when I go and get my hair done. Don't think I'm some fucking dog that has no say in how my hair looks. You better be asking me lots of questions. Tell me about the floof. Tell me about your trimming shears. Talk to me. That's what I want. So, I don't know. It depends on the situation. I'm straightish and you're a handsome boy. Well, thanks, dude. Or straight men allowing gay men to compliment them without taking it as sexual event. Whoa! You just hit me with like a level 20 thing, okay? Hold on. Let's be real with where straight men are at. You're talking about level 20. I don't disagree. I hope we get to level 20, but we got like, 19 more levels between us and 20, okay? So we need to move slow and take them step by step, all right? But I feel you, Robot Johnny. I feel you. Nah, dude, you're horrifically repulsive. All right. And long gets added to the list. Long silence, huh? Well, there's going to be a long silence in the YouTube chat when I... what do they call it? When I ghost ban you, you'll talk into the void and nobody knows what you're saying. Booksmarts. Oh, from Ree, another person on my list. Would it be okay to ambush a coronavirus? All right, and you're just gonna keep doing that. Honestly, Ree, I think you're gonna be timed out. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't want to see you for another 5 minutes because you're just being a troll. I actually appreciate when someone who is attracted to other men compliments me. That means I'm actually good looking. That's the way we should probably look at it, but it's unfortunately not what happens. Book wishes he was treated like a woman on Twitch. Booksmarts, I love the 6 centimeter gap between your two mustache hats. You know what I'm going to do? I'm copying Supreme. I'm going to, at the end of every month, have chatter of the month. And there's going to be 3 spots. All right? There's going to be gold, silver, and bronze. You've been entered in the running. You've been entered in the running. I love that. That's such a good fucking remark, dude. Holy shit. Mr. Donut. Wow. That's a good fucking comment, dude. That's a good fucking comment. Oh, man. Okay, you're being added on to that. At the end of the month, I'll pick who the best chatter was, or who had the best chat. Book Spicy Tate Crowder is secretly gay, and he just doesn't want people to bully a dude in the closet. I will neither confirm nor deny your meme. I think you mean that statement is a meme, but it may be closer to reality than I think you're putting it. I'll say that. Booksmarts, you should also do worst chatter of the month to even it out. No, I don't want to. I don't want to encourage people to be assholes. That's the thing. That reaction is clip material, but I'm too lazy. Well, then you're not gonna get it. Do you wipe standing up or sitting down? I'm not answering that question. Book, would it be morally okay if I oh my goodness. Wait, shit. Does this mean we need to actually put thoughts in the comments? I mean, you could, or you could be boring. It's up to you. Okay, I need to find a place to put the Twitch people for the night. Let me work on that in the background here. Do you guys have any preference as to where you should go? Most forgettable chatter. That's so mean. It would probably be any one of the numerous people that like donate a bunch or subscribe on Patreon, and they're like, I never chat. I've only chatted one time. Or the people that are like, I never chat, but here's $20. Those are probably going to be the most forgettable people, unfortunately. It's time to coom. It is time to coom. Wait, what does that mean? There's a lot of coom streamers on, so you got to be more real with me here. We have Vosh, we have Infrared, we have the Serps, we have David Pacman, we have Raid Hutch. No, and I'm not raiding Melina either, so don't suggest Melina. We do Melina all the time. Deepak doesn't even look at his raids. Let's pick somebody who's pays attention. Booksmarts, put Twitch chat in the gulag. Yeah, I'm about to. I'm locking him up. I'm sending him to bed for the night. Deepak, aw, I consider this a good. Yeah, well, he doesn't recognize anybody that raids him. That's his own fucking bad, dude. I'm not fucking raiding Deepak. I don't want to be forgettable. Rip. Utopitarian. I'm a bit of a utopitarian myself. Good to see another one of my ilk running around. There are no small randoms on my list that are on. The smallest person is Infrared, and he's at 281. Whoa! 2,000 bits. Thank you. Big thank you. We do Melina all the time. Phrasing. Oh, my bad. We come inside of Melina's chat all the time. I don't know how else to word it, bro. I think that's worse. We go to Melina all the time. We raid Melina all the time. Raid. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. We raid Melina all the time. Fuck, dude. I don't know where to send you guys. God damn it. Man. I guess we have to do David Pacman. Yeah. We don't really have a choice besides David. /raid David Pacman. Have fun. Bye-bye. 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 See you guys later. Go ahead and pile in. Loser. All right, bro. Chill out. And soon it will just be me and my YouTube chat. All right, YouTube chat, they're gone. They're gone. Send them to Touch Grass. Yeah, that's where they're going. Booksmarts, Crowder already has a rep for only debating college kids, and this kind of just nails down that coffin lid. I don't really care about Sam or H3. Probably agree it was bullshit. Yeah. Are you going to read the donos now? I can read them again, yeah. I don't think there were any that didn't get read, though. On my screen, the last one I have is from NO. Isn't David Pakman Jewish? He is. Why? Should we not rate him because he's Jewish? Is that the implication there? King of Cereal 1 says $4.99 USD. Live life to the fullest. Change my mind. Thank you. Switch to say you're still awesome and your reality checks are appreciated. I'm happy to hear that. Don't raid Melina. That sounds illegal. Okay. I'll see you guys later, you bunch of fucking rascals. Bye, everybody. Bye. You didn't read mine. I didn't get yours. I don't have anything from Day. Oh, okay. Okay, I see yours. It's because you put it in some fucked up fucking currency. What the fuck is a knock crick? What the fuck is a knock crick, bruh? Not crick, more like not money. I don't know what that is. I honestly don't even know how many 200 not cricks is. I completely agree with you on this whole thing, Book, but even if you have opinions I disagree with, I still appreciate your rational take on everything. Keep being awesome. Thanks, bro. There you go. I said yours. I have no idea. Wait, what kind of money is this? How do I pronounce this? Can you tell me before I let you go? Day. I'll try to be another nationality. Your nationality doesn't lock down what kind of money you have to use. I use pesos and I'm American, bro. Book feels weird, man. Wait, what? Can you read Day's donation again just to be sure? Oh, he's Norwegian. Norwegian crowns. Ah, okay. Book feels... Wait, why am I getting feels weird? At least you're not... Okay, well, that's racist. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys are being cringe. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Try to remember what you're thankful for and let that person or thing know. Appreciate it while you have it. I'll talk to you guys. That's like 20 USD. Oh, shit. Big heart. That's going straight to the laptop fund, so I appreciate it. Every little bit gets us closer and closer to the laptop. Anywho, goodbye. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, which should be a Europe time. So for all you Poles and you Norwegians and all you folks, maybe it'll be a little more palatable to your, temporal sensibilities. But we'll see. Anywho, bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.